everyone. What do we got here? Stage 4, Tour de France FEMMES, avec Swift. You know the name, guys. What are we talking about? Women's cycling at the Tour de France. Let's get it on, Shaka Khan. Here we go, folks. It's Tuesday. What are we looking at, guys? Tuesday, July 29th, 6:31 in the morning for me. So this seems like I got to sleep in today. Actually, I didn't sleep in. I think I woke up at about 2:45 in the morning and started listening to some cycling history just to soothe me back to sleep. I'm going to have to play through all that again today when I'm doing all my chores and all that kind of fun stuff. Anyway, guys, here we go again. Let me just jump into it now. Boom, we're in it. Once I see some people dropping in, I'll be able to start showing stuff. So here again is our Women's Tour de France here, starting in the northwest corner of France, in the Brest region. We actually started a little bit away from that. We backtracked to it. So we're up in Brittany there. The flags are Breton, flying the whole time, traveling on a southwest direction across France. Looks like today is going to be a flat sprint day. Fingers crossed, breakaway day. Let's go, riders. Let's rock. Tomorrow, we start getting to the hills. As you can see in the middle of the map here, this is our route today. Somewhere to, looks like Poitiers, I believe. I'm going to double check that for you here. Yeah, it is somewhere to Poitiers here. Then the following day, you can see right here on the map, look at the terrain features. We will be ending in the Massif Central. So get into that, guys. Let me just get things finished setting up here. Try to tweak my settings here on my tiny PC so I can actually see. And I think this is going to help me a lot. Let me get this going, guys. So yesterday after the Tour de France FEMMES, let's talk about that quickly. Highlights from yesterday. Highlights and lowlights, I guess. Classify them whatever you want. Demi Vollering crashing at 3.2 kilometers to the finish. And luckily, there's a 5-kilometer protection zone. I thought it was 3 kilometers. So I thought she was just outside of it. So thankfully, she didn't get involved in that. Just waiting for the route to go live, actually. It's supposed to start at... Here we go. It just went live now. So according to this, they should be setting out at 35 minutes after the hour, wherever it is that you live in the world. Again, it's 6:35 in the morning here for me. We've got a 130-kilometer stage on tap today. I want to get into... Now, I just got to figure out my chat here, guys. Join the chat. So I want to open that panel up, and hopefully I can see it here. Open panel. I just changed the font to old guy size on my PC here so that I can actually see stuff. let me figure out. I may have to shrink it back down, guys. So yeah, Tour de France. So Demi Vollering crashing, came in 6-7 minutes behind the winner yesterday. Winner, Lorena Vibes. I watched the replay this morning. That's a real deal sprinter right there, folks. Real deal sprinter right there. We'll change this back here right now because I cannot see the side panel anymore. I'm going to have to go back down to, let's see if we can do 125%. Yeah, this should work. So I'll bounce back. And guys, this is all just for the chat for me. And maybe that won't even work. I need another monitor. Definitely need another monitor here. Cannot see the side panel at all. Oh, it's right here. Okay, so maybe it's all down below. If you're here in the chat, just leave me a message. I'm just going to say, hey, everyone. And boom, there we go, guys. Welcome to the live chat. I don't have the side panel open. You know what? I'm going to switch back more. So it's supposed to be a neutralized start at 6:35. It should be live right now, which I don't think it is. What I'm going to do here, guys, is throw this on for you. Let's watch the final kilometer yesterday. So here's a bit of action from yesterday. You're going to see it all going down. So this is after the crash has happened. There's going to be probably a series of right and left-hand bends coming up. If I think I know where we are right now. You can see Lorena Wiebe sitting there in about 6th position. Here's a shot back to Demi Vollering right now. She's only 750 meters to the finish, but the race is on up front. You can see EF pushing hard at the front here. Riders just straggling. You can see one rider up the road there in EF. It looks like another 3 or 4 further down the road. Again, They've got a 5-kilometer protection zone for crashes. So I'm sure that's Kim LaCourte there in 4th position, I believe. We got 2 like national champions band, maybe a world champion. I'm not sure either. French rider pulls over there, it looks like. EF rider goes all out. The EF rider is going full sprint. I want you to take a look back at Lorena Vibas in 3rd place. Super relaxed, super controlled. Doesn't even look like she's really working that hard yet. Then she's just going to move over and say, it's boom time, folks. What a great sprinter. Head down once, takes a look up the road, make sure everything's good. Look at those shoulders on her. Yeah, this is a sprinter here. But super impressive to see Marianne Vos right there beside her. I mean, she's right on her back wheel. Great win for Lorena Vibas here. Okay, so we are going. Stuart R's back in. Hey, Stuart, good to see you again. Going to bounce out of that, guys. Let me jump back here. Stage 4 of the Tour de France. Riders are in motion for Stage 4. The neutralized start is given, so we're heading out, guys. We are heading out. I'm going to fire up my other stuff in the background. Thank you so much to Bike Terra. They should be getting data soon, I hope. Because for some reason, they don't show the first hour of the stage. I don't know why that's going on. And when I say they, I mean the organizers of the event. It's all being filmed, yet we don't get to see it. So yesterday, I had to go 2 hours before I actually saw a real video feed that wasn't just a replay from the Tour de France headquarters. So I couldn't call anything the way I wanted to call it. I mean, it was just a breakaway stage. I was able to use Bike Terror to track things. They're saying right now that the race starts in just over 7 minutes. It's coffee time, guys. It's not that early for me. But I think I'm going to change this again just to make sure I'm seeing everyone here. Let's get it back down to a font that I can barely even read. There we go. So we're doing that. Wow, that's ridiculous. Okay, here we go, 5. Yeah, let's get the live chat going. I'm seeing that's not on right now. Okay. And we'll go from there. So Stuart R, good to see you here. 24 people watching right now, guys. Drop the like so people see this later today. I have been noticing, guys, on your YouTube studio, you're able to go back and look. I'm seeing people still watching in stage 1 and 2 of the Tour de France FEMMES. So people are going, oh, this exists. I can watch it. I can check it out. I can learn something about women's pro cycling. So thank you for doing that. 24 people in now, guys. Remember, we're just getting started here. Delayed start today. I mean, delayed isn't not a 4 a.m. start for me. This might be the most refreshed I've been in probably... When did the tour start? July 5th or something like that. It's probably the most refreshed I've been is today. Because even on the rest days, I was so worn out from the days before doing my things that I was fried, guys. Super fried. 29 in the chat now, guys. My first question is, what do you guys think about the 5-kilometer protection zone at the end there yesterday? So fortunately, it saved Demi yesterday. She looked really banged getting up off the ground. Like, you could see her wincing in pain. Really made no effort to get across the finish line. She didn't have to. But someone else in the chat, I think it was Dream might have said it, it's a 5-kilometer protection zone, which makes the racing super aggressive at the 5-kilometer point. Because they know if they crash, they're going to get the same time. So that kind of puts, that's great. That's great. So it helps everyone out. But if you crash and you can't get up, what's the point? So kind of, I don't know how to call it. What do you say about it? Incentivizing the sprint. Let's get really crazy at 5 kilometers out. And, okay, I'm just turning that down over there, guys. Let's get really crazy 5 kilometers out. Demi Vollering, I think, is lucky she got up off the ground yesterday. We've already lost Marlon Reusser day 1. We lost Eliza Longo Borghini. And I'm just saying GC contenders that are out. So we lost Marlon Reusser day 1 due to a crash halfway through the course, 3/4 through the course, right at that sprint point in the hill climb. Then we lost Eliza Longo Borghini yesterday morning, stomach flu. And then we lost Demi in a crash in that protection zone. She was somewhere over 3 kilometers out. That's why I thought she was losing all that time. I think at the men's tour, I did see a 5 kilometer zone one time. Generally, it's 3. Sometimes they have no protection zone. Okay, Kim LaSalle's here. Good morning, Kim. I like the 3 to 5 kilometer zone at the end of sprint stage. It has saved so many since they started this. Okay. Mixa here. Hey, Mixa, where you from? Cheering on Kasia Niodoma is the GOAT. I got to turn this up a little bit, guys. Thanks for jumping in. Robert, good morning. Demi got on her bike and limped to the finish. Then she rode to the team bus. Then she had went through concussion protocols. Yeah, that's great that they do that. I know at the men's tour, sometimes they'll do it like right on site. They won't even let the rider move. So again, I like the 5 kilometer protection, but I also think it can cause potentially more crashes because it's like, hey, let's go. It's all out, elbows up, as we like to say in Canada. Because you know if you crash, you get the same time. But you might take down a GC contender who doesn't ever get back up. So that was my concern with it yesterday. And still waiting for the Tour de France FEMMES avec Zwift feed come. I did learn yesterday through, I think it was Doug 512. No, Joe 512. Sorry, Joe. He usually comes into the stream just a little bit later. I've been noticing that about Joe. He said it doesn't stream on Peacock for the first hour or two anyways. So today it looks like we've got just under an hour before I get to see live footage. It's off right now, guys. 130.7 kilometers to go. Let's talk about the stage today. So they've just had the flag drop. Here's our stage. Designed to be a sprint stage. I'm praying for a breakaway. I did put some comments. So we got our sprint stage at 86.7K. So 3/4 of the way into the stage. Shortly thereafter, 15K, we got a little bit of a categorized climb. Sprinters are going to have to control the breakaway, not let them get away if they want these sprint points. I can see counterattacks coming right after the sprint points. It's only 15 kilometers to take on that climb, which will probably blow the field apart. If you can get over that climb first, you've only got 20 kilometers of rolly terrain to survive, to get to the finish for a stage win. So that's what I'm cheering for today, guys. We're going to take a look at just take a look at the map quick. So things get fired up here. We're going to have a little quick look. So here we are today. Oh yeah, stage 4 confuses me here. Starting up here along the river here, the Loire. So we're traveling all the way along that. Few major turns. Major changes in direction. I'll check the winds here pretty soon. So if there is a strong wind in any direction, it could affect the race today. Heading southerly direction. This is where it gets confusing. Stages 4 and 5 actually merge together. So part of stage 5 tomorrow, you can see the number 5 right here. And 4, they're going to ride this exact same section tomorrow. Just through a city here. Stage 4 turns more in a southeasterly direction. And we're going to finish down here today in Poitiers. So that's what we're doing today. I will show you, where is it? Let's take a quick look at the route today. Here's the parkour for today, guys. Have a look. Let me have my coffee. Everyone have a coffee. Mixa, so where are you in the world right now? Cheering on the GOAT. So, yeah, just take this in. There's our climb. After that point, it's 20 kilometers to the finish. I'll zoom in on... Actually, the finish doesn't look that technical here. The finish yesterday probably had 5 or 6 90-degree corners, high-speed 90-degree corners in the last 5 kilometers. And that's where we saw Demi crash yesterday. We'll jump out of that there, and we'll come back right to the stage here. Give you some live tracking in the bubbles. Nothing's going off yet. I will get Bike Terror going right away. Yeah, so there's only one categorized climb. It's category 4, so that's going to be 2 points for first place, 1 point for second place. Good question, Mixa. You're horrifying me with that question there. Hey, and before I go on here, guys, I want to say Robert's here right now. Robert, dude, you know what I like to do it the next day? I would just want to give I don't know why I'm getting Facebook notifications popping up here. You guys probably can't see that. Anyways, Robert, thank you for your contribution to the channel. I think it was on stage 2. Robert, I know you've donated tons already, but I just want people to know I don't miss those things. I did miss it by a day yesterday, though. I was kind of getting caught up with everything. So, yeah, just let me back up again one more second, too. Why are we not seeing the first hour live? That's my big question for who's in charge of that? The Tour de France, is that the ASO? Is that whoever's in charge of the Tour de France, FEMMES, Avec Zwift? Who's in charge of that? Why are we not seeing the first hour of racing live anywhere? At least in North America. I know Peacock doesn't show it in the States. Flow Bikes does not show it in Canada. So we're waiting for that to pop up. I like to watch it because I know I'm seeing things that the other commentators aren't. This is why I started doing this almost 3 years ago, guys. Okay, so Mixa here, number 1 in the chat now. USA, when do you start getting snow in Canada? We can get snow in Canada virtually, well, where I live here, in just outside of Calgary, it's possible any month of the year, but it would be super rare, and it would like be just snowing and barely hitting the ground, like if it was July or August. September, we can have hard frosts. We can get hard frosts in late August. Again, it depends on your elevation. Depends on your, I guess, your longitude, how far north you are, and also depends on your elevation. Where I am is over 1,000 meters, just at 1,000 meters. If you go out to the mountains a little bit, say Banff, Lake Louise, Jasper, they can get snow anytime. I think they had snow in June. It got really cold here. I think we had a day where it was like 6 or 7 degrees. In my part of the world, you go to the mountains, you're going to gain 500, 2,000 meters in elevation, up to 2,000 meters in elevation. It's going to snow up there. Snow line just comes way down. Kim here saying money is why we don't see the whole race. Yeah, which is unfortunate. Like, we need to see more people looking at this. That's the only way it's going to work. Again, it's improved tons. I was watching a podcast yesterday, and I just watched it, and I had a lot of things I didn't agree on with them. They were kind of, I mean, guys, we're seeing all this women's coverage because of Zwift. That's what I think. That's my reason. They're the ones that are contributing to it. Maybe there was a little bit of cynicism in the commentary they had. You know, well, they're just doing it for marketing. You think? You think. Of course they are. But they're still supporting women's cycling. That's important. It's like any sponsorship. They're doing it for a purpose. There's a lot of good behind it. But of course they want to get their name out there. There's nothing wrong with that. That's all good. Yeah, so Mixa, you're scaring me already. It already is starting to feel like fall a couple days right now. We've had rain. I've never seen my grass here grow this quick at home. Just going to answer one. Okay, so Neil's working on stuff. Sorry, guys. I'm going to give you my weather forecast. Let me know what the weather's like where you are in the world. It's currently 11 degrees Celsius here. That's probably like right on 50 Fahrenheit for my American friends. So it's not cold. It's comfortable. And it looks like we're getting to about 70 later today. That's kind of a normal day here. Kind of normal. We'll look at the... let's take a look at the long-range forecast. So I need it not to rain today, guys. I need it not to rain so bad. It's been raining every day, like downpours. I've never seen our lawn look this good. I have never seen the trees and the bushes look this good. Guys, still sitting pretty stagnant right now. No breakaways yet. Confidence is aggressive, but neutralized. They're going to neutralize everything right now. Sprint teams have to keep this under control. I'm going to jump over to Bike Terra and see if we've got some data feed coming yet. Exit that. We'll jump back in. Okay, I'm not seeing... Yes, we are, folks. We are seeing it. Mixa, you're brand new here. Dreams in the mix now. Guys, I really got to say thank you to Bike Terra for providing this awesome coverage for me. Up until the first hour... Oh, sorry, guys. I do... yeah, I need to close this. We don't need this on screen. I do not need my Discord open right now. And this should be on now for you guys. Okay, guys. This is all the data coming from Tour de France, FEMMES over to Bike Terra right now. what I can do, let me get actually into it. So if you're new here, this is not fake. This is real. It's funny, Joey pays more attention to the comments I do. And like in the chat, she's not awake, so she won't see this yet today. Someone's like, this is fake, this isn't real. You're right, it's a virtual representation in 3D of what the riders are going through right now. If I turn it this way, it might give you a better feel as to which way they're going. I know some people really need the map oriented with the way the direction's going. Take a look in the bottom right hand corner. You can see the orientation of the map course. The riders are heading in a southeasterly direction right now. And they're going to take a hard 90-degree corner here and start heading more southerly. So little bends in the road. I like to keep this on here because I can keep track of the peloton. I can keep track of the race groups. Bike Terra doing an awesome job of this. So let me catch up with the chat here, guys. I'm talking about a few things that are percolating in my head right now. So Kim says, yeah, money is why we don't see the whole race. Kim, how about this for an idea? I was talking to the chat yesterday, and we were talking about tennis, how successful tennis is. I've never, ever thought that women's and men's tennis weren't same level of competition, same level of quality. I do look at other sports, and I can see the difference. Totally. And whatever reason that's for, I don't control that. But I can see differences. And who knows why that is? Is that just because there's not as much interest in it? That's part of it. If there's not interest in the sport, it's hard to get funding to support it. Seems some crazy stuff going on with the trees there. I'm not sure what that was all about. Just zooming out, guys. So we've just got one big blob of a peloton right now. It's only going to show us 12 at a time. That's just for resources over at Bike Terra. Guys, I got to install the app today. Here's that hard corner we're going to take. It's a right, and we're going to be heading more southerly now. Follow the whole race here. So how about this, Kim? Tennis, they play on the same courts at the same time. And I kind of forgot all about tennis. So I used to follow tennis like a madman. Late 80s, 90s, Monica Seles, Gabriela Sabatini. That's another name I thought about yesterday. Kornikona, Sharapova. Guys, I can probably name more of the female players than I can the men. The men, yeah, they hit the ball a bit faster. They hit the ball a bit harder. But that's how much tennis I watched. And maybe the female, they just stood out more to me. Maybe they were on at better times. But they're playing in the same area. They're not playing on a court that's 4 miles away. A single court with a droopy net. They're playing on the same facilities, same time. You can watch the doubles, mixed doubles, singles, men and women. That's how I think it's very successful. So I was kind of thinking in my head yesterday, what if they ran the Tour de France FEMMES on the exact same course as the men? Now, long pause. Maybe they could short it in a little bit, like just pump the brakes a bit. I'm sure all these women here are absolutely capable of doing exactly what the men do. They probably just haven't trained for it. See a lot of little sparkler things going off. Yeah. Lots of love here from Inside Cycling World to everyone. Okay, so let's just say it's a 200-kilometer route for the men. All the fans are there. Before the caravan, send the caravan out. Okay, so send the women out to do their race. Let's say they do half the distance or 2/3 of the distance. A lot of people are going to say, I'm just shooting ideas out there. I'm not saying the women can't do it. I'm not saying they can't do it. Yeah, they can. And have them do their race. Maybe they do 120K. The fans that are there waiting already will get to see the women go by. The women will get all the support of all the fans that are there to see the big show later. But there's still going to be equal appreciation for the women. It gives them the huge crowds. The caravan goes by right after them. Then the men come through. I think it would maybe extend the day by 2 hours. Cool here, we're seeing a rider that went out on course. You're going to see them right here, this one little lone dot. That's an actual real-world person being caught by the women's peloton. And gone. So neat to see that. The ladies are flying here. Absolutely flying. Looks like they're on a bit of a downhill here. Actually, it's on a flat here. Just really pushing now. Just going to jump back here myself to all one big peloton, but they are pushing hard. So the group's pushing hard, trying to rotate away. Get you back in here. I just did a reset. Sorry, guys. I'm terrible at doing that. Okay, I promise I'm going to get the app installed today, and I'll talk with Matt and see how I work with that so I don't keep doing that to you guys. So we're on the map. Okay, my map's not tracking perfectly right. We're in this map here, and you can see we're out in all these big fields. There shouldn't be much for buildings nearby. We will be going back towards the river. So in the distance here, we're going to take a right-hand corner, and you're going to see the river on the left-hand side of you. Okay, so that's my idea. We run the women on the same course. Yeah, I just seen guys in the chat here. Yeah, I'm trying not to. I feel like I need to respond to that. That's the Bike Terror chat. I'll just flip out of here for now, guys, and get you back over here to the Tour de France feed. Let me know what you guys think of Bike Terror. If you guys like Bike Terror a lot, please leave a comment, even if you've already done so. Remember, guys, I'm not part of Bike Terror. I don't work for Bike Terror. I just think they have a really cool platform, and I want them to know they've got support out there from people. Maybe people that are going to consider getting into this. Yeah, so Mixa, I'm going to say we won't get snow until beginning of September. Money is why we don't see the whole race. Exactly, Kim. We need more. Paul here. Dude, Paul. Even in France, so I'm going to say Paul's in France. Paul, let us know where you're at. Where do you live in France? Give us a feel. Even in France, we don't have it. Okay? Robert's saying Belgian TV doesn't go live for about an hour. Looking at the stage profile, hard to imagine we'll miss. Yeah, it's just going to be all out flat attacks at the beginning, guys. So, yeah, I guess for the Tour de France, when I've done my 5-hour streams, they're long because I am doing this solo. I don't have like an extra commentator here. Although someone did send me a message, dude, I want to do this with you. Sign me up. I'm applying early. I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, you don't. It's a long time to keep going the whole time. Some of those men's stages, if we missed the first hour, would it have killed us? Probably not. But I'm just thinking we need eyes on women's cycling. I've actually posted in my Discord this morning and I said, hey ladies. That's from a song. If you know what that song that is, let me know. Or who says it all the time. I just kind of learned about it myself. I posted a link like, hey ladies, start watching the Tour de France FEMMES. And these are all female cyclists I know. Virtually. Okay, so yeah, Belgian TV doesn't go live for an hour. Dream is saying hello, hello. She's in the mix now. Robert, the marketing is working. I'm becoming fluent in Zwift and Wahoo. We'll probably pull the trigger and put equipment before winter. Shout out to Dreamtime for so much. Yeah, exactly. Dream, you're the master of knowledge here. Anslo. Okay, morning Colin. This is from Anslo, guys. Right here in the chat. This is why I love Bike Terror so much. Guys, you've heard me say before, Paul hasn't, maybe Mixa hasn't. I've been pushing my channel for 3 years, covering all sorts of applications. I did my first race. I did my first virtual bike race inside commentary yesterday again. There's 86 people in the race from all over the world. And they love it because someone's doing it. So I finally got back to that yesterday. And so here's Anslo, a developer of Bike Terror that we're going to be using today. Anslo, morning Colin, FYI, for more screen space, you can close tile chat window. Oh, that's right, I can in Bike Terror by clicking the little chat window. You're right. I did know that, Anslo. I will shut that down. Anslo, I think I saw some of your coverage. It was in a podcast I was watching yesterday, the one I had a few disagreements with. And I'll continue on that here soon. And you seem to be able to zoom out more like in what I would call helicopter mode. I don't know if that's because it's the developer tools. It was up a climb. It might have been La Plana. Maybe it could have been called the Lalotes. I wasn't sure which climb it was. They didn't even say. So maybe you have more control that way. Just kind of wondering out loud to myself. And by that I mean telling everyone in the world about it. So anyways, Dream. Australian Open is doing the same as Bike Terror. 2 avatar playing tennis on the court. It's live, like Bike Terror. Okay, cool. I like that. We've got the tech, guys. Let's use it. There's a lot of tech I hate. There's a lot of tech I hate, and I'm going to say it, I'm not really a fan of all the AI generated stuff. Yeah, it's good for certain things. YouTube has now shut down basically all of the AI generated YouTube channels. So you could use AI and make a YouTube channel, and it would just, you're just using a computer to do everything. Oh, it says here Rebecca Corner not starting. I saw this rider yesterday. I tried to look at as many. So now that I've said some of the women's riders' names out loud. Ooh, Debbie says, okay, Debbie's saying she does feel good. But Rebecca Corner I did see yesterday for X Mobility. And I think they actually say Uno. It's Uno. I've said their names out loud. I just see them from a distance. They're in their gear. They got helmets on and sunglasses on. I don't even know what they look like. And I can learn how they say their names properly. There was one yesterday. I paused it, rewound it. I looked at Joey Jojo and said, there's no way I can say that name. Like I can't even that pronunciation can't even come out of my mouth. So Rebecca Corner did not start. That's unfortunate. I think she was basically described as an all-rounder domestique for the team. Vollering saying, I feel okay and my sleep was good. Okay, good to know. Demi's going to become real crash. What do you want to call it? Going to have crash anxiety, I think. And we definitely can't lose her in the GC. Okay, Drew's back. Bonjour, tutti. Dawn's here. Good morning, Collins dudes. Everyone, thanks for being here. Thank you for being here. Love these streams. 53 watching now, guys. Awesome stuff. I think we peaked out just quickly at about 130 yesterday. I'm watching the old videos. The live streams, they'll stay good for a while, then they drop off. I'm noticing that people are finding these on my channel somehow, and they're going back and watching them. They're probably catching up on everything. Dawn saying, Bike Terror, let's go. Guys, you're going to see a lot more Bike Terror coming up here right away. So, again, it's just kind of like a big schmozzle at the front of the peloton. Riders are trying to go. They're not letting them go. Let me get back into Bike Terror here. I'm going to fix this up in the background here. I can turn that off. Yeah, we do that. We can turn that off. And we're going to turn it right back on, guys. So give me 1 second here. I actually prefer doing it this way. Okay, it looks like I just might have muted myself there. No, we're good. So obviously the speed's not correct here, guys. Some weird data coming through. I think I'm going to exit out and I'm going to jump right back in. So that's kind of the Bike Terror homepage there. This looks like it might be a bit more correct. Things are going to pop in here. Looks like they are flying along pretty good. Gonna have to get this figured out. Speed looks a little high, but I'm not really sure where they are right now. Let's let that settle down. Yeah, okay, it looks like the data's calibrating itself right now. Again, it's 15 seconds between data points. So it might appear like they're accelerating so fast. It's just like the data point going, I know this speed now. I know nothing what happened in between that 15 seconds to see them accelerating from, say, 40 to 60K an hour. They kind of go from 40 to 60 immediately, and it might display it that way. It's just a bit of, I guess, I would call latency, network traffic. We'll see what Ansel says here, if he's still in the mix here. So that's Bike Terror. Guys, what I will do, I'm going to exit out of there and just get in. Why don't I give you a quick demo of Bike Terror? So this is Bike Terror, guys. You can see I don't have a lot of climbs and rides done on Bike Terror. This is the Bike Terror dashboard. Remember, it's not even an app that you need to install. Here's our login page. You can see it's just a web page. That's all it is. And you can take a look at some of the routes here. This is what's available. You want to do, maybe you're Swiss and you want to do the National Championships route. You can ride that. Here is different routes. They do have smaller segments of the Tour de France. So this one here we're looking at, 2025 Tour de France Stage 7. That's from the men's Tour de France this year. I remember this one very well. It allows you to ride the Mur de Bretagne. And it was a circuit too. It's an out and back. Probably looks like that's probably the first climb. Then you do the Mur, and then you're going to probably do it again for the second time. I'm going to go on this course right now. Yeah. Man, I don't want to say I'm good, but I'm good. So here is the climb. They go out into the countryside. It was a clockwise loop into the countryside. I'm going to stop and show you where João Almeida crashed. João Almeida crashed somewhere in this area right here. He survived that hard corner at the bottom in town, crashed out here, didn't have a protection zone on him. People were saying it should have been... I don't think there was any protection zone for this course. Then they finished up the Mary Britannia, which I think Poggy won. So that's the kind of details you see. You can see who even made it. Black Mountain. So these are all the courses that are available just now. I rode this one. I rode this course in Victoria, Canada here. Why did I ride it? Because my mom lives right up here in Sydney by the Sea. And this is all pretty much the same place. I would call this, anyone that lives there would say, how dare you? But this is pretty much all Victoria. Now, if you've never been to Victoria, it's a great place to go visit. You want to go right down here and see the Empress Hotel right in here. Beautiful walks through here down the Seaway. Super nice little old school stuff. It's a very old city in Canada. Guys, let me get back to it. See if we've got our data stabilized here. So we're going to go back to the events. And we just jump into the events here. Guys, follow along. And just going to see if our data has been recalculated. Here we go. We are on Marianne Vos. It does take a couple seconds for it to pop in, guys. Again, that's the data coming from the Tour de France to the servers that Bike Terra uses, from the Bike Terra server up into the universe, and then over to me. I'm going to turn the chat on for a second. People are chatting. Yeah, so they're talking about how it's not synced right now. So we're just going to leave that there. We've only got one group still. Kurt Lang, a user, is actually behind them on course. Okay, guys, let me just jump back here. I'm missing stuff already. Drew Schaefer's here. Dream. Wow. 51 people, guys. Awesome stuff. So yeah, guys, just drop me some love in the chat for Bike Terra. Again, I'm going to say this right now. Yeah, I can see the data's not streaming perfectly right now. You're going to see surges in the data. So they must be having more troubles today. So what I'll do, guys, I'll just jump out because I know how good Bike Terra is, but I don't want to show their product and someone say, well, that doesn't look right, because someone will do that. We got a rider off the front here. So hopefully when we jump back, that'll all be showing. Franziska Koch, we've seen her off the front before. At least on 2 different days. So she's an aggressive rider. She wants to get away up the road. 38 years ago, the second stage of the Tour de France Féminine started in Saumur, heading towards Futuroscope. I remember that. You can find it on the internet. Go on YouTube and you'll see little snippets of it anyways. Futuroscope, I think it's some kind of big park. It's all about the future and it's been there forever. I think the men did a time trial there way back when. So yeah, I use Bike Terra stuff. They always talk to me. I did random videos on their product. They jumped in and answered me. And I'm like, dude, I like these guys already. 20-second gap here to Franziska Koch. Women and men in the same and also different. Milan San Remo, always exciting on the men, but the first version this year of the women's Milan San Remo was men. Okay, that's from Dream. Evan saying, I'm just throwing it out there about women's sports. When growing up, you had 3 major networks. Now you have a variety of streaming packages. The cable packages missing the sporting events. Evan saying, great idea, Colin. Oh, that must be about the men and the women at the same time. Yeah, because you've already got the eyeballs there. And it's just as exciting. But I think when you put them on a different course, okay, well, all the diehard Tour de France fans that are used to only watching the men, they may not show up for it. They may be like, oh, well, I got to do something else now. I got to go do some laminate work in my kitchen. Okay. Dream saying here, the men are tired after 7 hours. Then comes 2 hills. Yeah. Okay. So okay, Dream. So maybe in this case, maybe that's a course like Milan San Remo. And I guess, if it is called Milan San Remo, you need to do the full Milan San Remo. So the men are destroyed at the end of Milan San Remo. Guys, that's a monument. It's one of the 5 monuments earlier in the year. And at the end, they got to take on the Poggio and the Cipressa. They will attack like demons after riding for 6.5 hours at that point to get over top of those climbs to go for the win. Best one I ever saw was probably Matty Mahoric when he won it. Joey Jojo asked me yesterday, she goes, who was that guy that was crying at the end of that state Tour de France? I made her watch it. I go, that's Matty. I love that guy. So, and Dream's got a good point here too. At the end of the women's race, it's only 4 hours. The women are so fresh that the Poggio and the Cipressa aren't even a deal to them. So it's just a sprint. So yeah, I would say for those ones, they got to ride the same course. I would like to see that. I know they can. Kurt Joshua Mahia, who is in first place in the chat, looks like it's Dream right now. If we're talking about the chat, it's Dream in the live chat here. Thanks for being here, everyone. Dream, they have to tweak the women's San Marino some more. It's only on the first edition. Yeah, someone else told me this morning too that they were doing that this year already, that they've had events with the women first and the men second. I don't know all of them. I just think running them at the same time would be really good. Logistics-wise, you've already got the road shot. You've already got the caravan. You've already got the barriers in place. You've already got the most important part, which is the fans watching them. Some things will be a bit harder, like staging areas, podiums at the end and all that stuff, but it'll be like a longer day party. It'll be like a one-day huge party. You're going to extend the day probably an hour and a half, maybe? I'm sure if you sent them out an hour and a half ahead and they did a course that was, let's say if it's a Tour de France version and they want to do shorter stages, for whatever reason, they can determine that. You probably only need about an hour and a half lead. They would be done, then the men would come along. Anslo. Oh, I like this Anslo. Dude, I love it. We do have a secret camera. It's not very user-friendly, but I can send you instructions. Dude, I'd love to try it out. I'd love to. I got to get tweaking this stuff more. I'm pretty clunky at it, guys, when I'm doing my Bike Terror stuff, but it's definitely the easiest camera to use because you're just using this. You're just scrolling around. You're zooming in and out with your mouse. Very easy to use. The other platforms, Ruvi has no camera control. My Whoosh has camera control. Zwift has camera control, but it's all on your keyboard. As you can tell, I'm in a dark room. And even though I'm probably glowing bright in your faces right now. Am I? That's not bad. And I'm fiddling with the keyboard in the dark, and sometimes I lose track of what I'm doing. So Anzo, yeah, I'd love to learn about that. Secret camera mode. I like that. Yeah, I could tell from that video, I'm like, I can't get out that far. It's like you can go up almost into like really high helicopter mode and look down on the mountains. I love it. Drew here, Le Loire River, where Jeanne d'Arc began her military saga. Okay, I'm still waiting for the FEMMES to go live here. Okay, we got 20 minutes until I got video and I can tell you what's going on out there. The things that I'm seeing that I swear the other commentators, there must be a party. Well, there's a ton of commentators at those presentation booths, you know, where they all commentate from. They have one big area. They're probably all visiting, chitty-chatting each other. They're on the gravy train, I think. Who's leading on stage 4 right now? We had a rider up front. It was Francisca Cook, and now the peloton's taking her right back. We're at 105 kilometers remaining. I still think it's going to go for Breakaway. Who's cheering for the Breakaway? I'm cheering for the Breakaway. Yesterday, we saw the 4 riders out front. They were trying to stay away, and I think it was Catalina Sotocampos. There was a good video of her from earlier. Not this one here. I don't think it's the Dangers. Let's watch Vibis Emotions here. This is the very end of the tour yesterday, if we get to it. Here she's finishing. You can tell she's pumped. I mean, look at her shoulders there. Powerful rider, built for sprinting. I love it. Just a quick little blurb. Look, she's getting her quick little drink right away, whatever that is. I don't know if that's a little cherry juice burst. Obviously, SD Works rider. All her teammates are coming over to her right now. So good. That's Lottie Kopecky there. people all around them. You can see all the guys on the sideline too, all the kind of like the assistants for the tour. They're important to have them there. Okay, I'm just going to jump back in this way, guys. Go to the live version here. There's always people crowding around the riders at the end. I know a few years ago there was a bit of a stink about it because there was, and it happened to be a females race, so there's a male handler there. They're kind of like handlers at the end. And there was, I don't know if you guys remember, there's a lot of people saying, oh, he's violating her space and all stuff. I'm like, it's kind of, I barely remember the video. If you guys remember, they come in and they got their hands on you. They're trying to keep people away from you. They're trying to like corral you and make you go to the right direction. Let me know if you guys remember that. Okay, I'm going to go back and look. I actually went back through Flow Bikes yesterday and find out how I can see stuff all the way from last year. All the replays. When I'm going to watch all of this, I don't know. It's 24.5 degrees out there right now, guys. Average speed, 47.8k an hour. We'll just stick here for a little bit as I get caught up in the chat. Then I'm going to jump back into Biketerra. You can see the pelotons together. I do want to go back to Biketerra right now. Let this refresh here. And then I'm going to jump in. And again, show you how cool it is. So we're going back there now. We're going to turn this on, turn that off. You're back in Biketerra now. Boom. Man, I'm getting good at that. We're alongside the, looks like it's called La Vienne now, smaller river. And if you just look over here to the side, there's the river, guys. It's all rendered in there. With all these little structures you're seeing on the side of the road being rendered in. There should be a bigger one coming up right now. Here's that big structure. It's off the side of the map right now. You look in the bottom right-hand corner. And we are coming up to the city, town of Chinon. So the river's going all the way down it there. You can see it going into the distance. Let's just stick here for a little bit. Not sure about the speed right now. It might be too high what they're showing. But let's just stick with these images for now since we got something to watch. And you will see groups go off the front. So if it's happening, I see it on Biketerra right away. And I will jump back into the chat here. Okay, so all one peloton from Drew Schaefer. Yeah, that's right. CLTN. Sheila Newman. Do the women have sticky bottles too? It looked like it was non-sticky transfer just then. Aha. Yeah, there's some of the dudes, they like their sticky bottles. It's almost ridiculous at times. The Lenny Martinez one was pretty bad. The worst I've ever seen ever in the whole time I've watched the Tour de France where they caught it, and I think it was at the Giro, was an Vincenzo Nibali bottle, where I think they basically had him up to 100 kilometers an hour to try to help him catch back up. And he said it was, well, I had a mechanical and they didn't wait for me, so I'm allowed to do that. I don't even know if he's the leader. Even if you're the leader, you're not allowed to do that. Some of the traditional rules to me, I'm like, nah, we got to get rid of that. 115k out of the 132 is flat. Rooting for SD Works to somehow butcher the finish. So Robert is saying, I do not want Vibis to win today. That's how I translate that. Dream was saying something about Milan San Remo there. Okay, guys, I love all the comments, you guys. Keep them coming. We got 70 people watching right now. Drew, I hope so. I think it will take Cipressa and Poggio, but they have to make it 6 hours. Yeah, I would say for the classics, you can't fake the classics, guys. I think the first classic... Sorry, I call them classics sometimes. They're called monuments. There's 5 monuments. I think it's Liège, Bastogne, Liège. It's been around since 1896. Don't shorten them. Or if you do shorten them, they got to be the same for both. Because otherwise it's too watered down at that point. It's supposed to be hard. They're like the most brutal single day races. God, don't even know what I'm talking about today. But yeah, take a look at the countryside here. So all that stuff you're seeing in the background is actually there. That's real topography being generated by the maps that are nearby. What a great feature. I love it. Makes me want to do even more stuff. So now that my days are slightly more compressed, as in streaming time, so I think yesterday I only streamed for 4 hours. The men's stages were getting out to 6 hours, and I was just like fried afterwards. I'm actually doing another bike race at 12:45 today. I think Dawn was in it yesterday. Dawn, what'd you think of that racing yesterday? Okay. Yeah, Robert here. Robert, gonna get yourself in trouble. Can they ride? Sure, they can ride 6 hours. And he just says kidding afterwards. Stage 4, it's one big peloton. No one's managed to break away yet. I'm watching all the data here right now. Just trying to get Mr. DiBiase's back. Good morning, everyone. Hey, dude, thanks for coming back to the channel. 68 people watching now, guys. I guess my daily goal is going to be with the Women's Tour de France. Get over 100 viewers every day watching all at the same time. I am watching the view counts going up. And again, just doing this, it kind of does show me that we do need to support women's cycling more. When I first did my first stream for the men's, it was like first ever real world bike race. I think I had 32,000 views. My jaw almost hit the floor in the 10x10 cube of sweat and sorrow that I live in every day. Because I've never had anything like that before. The women's day 1, I think, was 2,500 views. But day 2 was 5,000 views. Day 3 is over 5,000 views. So day 4, let's keep pushing it upward. And that's because there's just not enough awareness of it. You want better cycling, you got to have coverage of it. Competition level will increase, although this is pretty high-end stuff. I think a lot of people just aren't even aware of it. So hopefully you can get a good feel for what the countryside looks like here. Let's take a look. You can see up in the distance, I just want you to know how it works. In the distance here, we can't see the river right now. We're too far from it. But let's say in a few kilometers, we're going to be running right alongside the river again. So just wait for that to pop in as we let the race unfold, as we get the live feed coming back. So it says, I should have live feed here in 13 minutes like everyone else in the world. So this is about the best I can do right now, guys. Dream saying other teams should pluck riders from the velodrome. They need sprinters with humongous legs to challenge SD Works. Yeah, I didn't want to say it. Lorena Vibas has got huge quads. As a cyclist that's kind of built like that, I think Joey Jojo might have said in one of the streams I did for the men's, I'm kind of like skinny up top, big legs. There's all types of different cyclists. You might find someone that's got the same build as me up top with skinny little legs, but they've got the cardio to do it. Just different builds. Anzo saying the data is a bit patchy today. Unfortunately, the best we can do is try to smooth the gaps and hope the TDF improve the track. Exactly, guys. This is not Bike Terra doing this. This is the data that's coming from the Tour de France. It's probably some internet. It's probably some latency. It's some lag. So this is not Bike Terra doing this. If you were to go jump on Bike Terra by yourself, you would just do your own ride. It would be perfect. You're not waiting on data to come from somewhere. So this is something that I'm going to say it right now. I heard on the podcast yesterday, and again, my guys, I'm pretty chill, pretty relaxed, but they were saying they were talking about Bike Terra, and they were being very complimentary about it. So I'll give them credit for that. They were talking about exactly what I'm doing, and they actually said in the podcast, "Wouldn't it be cool if someone actually did this?" I'm like, "Hey, right here, bros, where you been for 3 weeks? Since I've been using this for over 3 weeks now." So they obviously don't know of my channel. And that's fine. And then they actually said, Zwift isn't doing this. Ruvi isn't doing this. My Whoosh isn't doing this. That's because they can't. They don't have the infrastructure in place to do this. Ruvi is videos, closed world. Zwift is a closed world. My Whoosh is a closed world. They just can't do this. And this is something that Bike Terra can do that the other ones can't. I'm trying to be unbiased towards all of them. You can't really crap on the other platforms when one uses videos. So Ruvi is a video platform. There was a bit of a lag there. You could see that going on there. I saw that. It actually said there's a leading group right now. So someone's trying to get off the front. Maud. We've seen Maud before. Maud's an aggressive rider. Maud Rindbeek. Her speed's going to be too high right now, guys. So I'm going to jump back here and see if we do have a break as to what was going on there. And yeah, we do have a break right now, guys. Take a look. And bingo bango, we are in the pipe, 5x5, as I like to say, Volker vessels. How many times have we seen this young lady here go off the front? Awesome stuff. Aggressive rider. She's 70th overall, 5th in the QOM standings. Maud Rinbeek. Maybe it's a Rinbeck. Do you think that's a beak or a beck? Probably Beck. So yeah, Ansel, I think everyone here appreciates that the data's a little bit patchy. And guys, I'm trying not to show it when it's falling apart. And again, that's Tour de France. That's not Bike Terra. Yeah, pelotons all together. So Drew, thanks Drew for responding there. There is one rider off the front right now. I know I'm a bit delayed here. I'm actually behind. I'm going to catch up. Hans Gudeo, remind everyone to like, share, and notifications from time to time. Yeah, dude, thank you so much. Everyone, hit the thumbs up button. It will take you 1 second to do it. That helps me grow the channel. Just by you clicking that little button there. I'll tell you a quick little story. Joey Jojo loves crime. All she watches is ways of how people kill each other, in crime interrogations, all sorts of weird stuff like that. I like it too. We found a guy called Crime Circus. Probably 3 years ago, maybe even 4 years ago. So one day I typed in crime interrogations, and then we fell in love with watching crime interrogations. Basically where the cops are interviewing people right after something nasty happened. So it's insane. I found one dude called Crime Circus. He's dressed up like a character out of the movie Saw or something. He's got like the things on his face. He's got this weird hat on his face is painted. And, oh, I don't even know if he had 100 subscribers. And he kept saying, please like the channel. And I'm like, dude, I love this guy. I'm going to give him a like. I'm taking him straight to the top. 3 or 4 years later, I think he has 2 channels now. And I think he has like several 100,000 subscribers per channel. And he's absolutely rocking it. The likes work. If there's no likes, this will not get shared to other people that are maybe looking for women's cycling. So support women's cycling, I guess, by hitting the thumbs up button. Yeah, and hit the notification bell button so you know when I'm live. Guys, I've done every stage of the men's Tour de France. I'm doing every stage of the Tour de France FEMMES. I'm doing it all. So, Hans, thank you very much for pointing that out. Andrew Barella, Demi riding yeah, Demi is riding today. She said she slept good and actually feels pretty decent. We've got our one rider who is 27 seconds off the front, guys. And I want to go take a look at her again. I've seen her in several breakaways. I'm going to say she's been in at least 3 breaks, either chasing or going up the road. The data is patchy today, guys. I can. So when we go back to Bike Terra, I want you to just ignore the speeds we're seeing because the speeds are fluctuating with. So I think the data is coming from the Tour de France. They're getting 0 speed and then they're getting 60k an hour. So it's like making them slow down, speed up. What you need to look at right now, this is our chasing peloton. This is the GC peloton up the road here. Is Maud Rinbeck. She just went through that town, and if you look way in the distance there, you can see the peloton coming after her. She now has a half-kilometer lead. Actually, we've got someone trying to bridge up, and maybe that's someone that's trying to bridge up there. Yeah, we do have someone bridging up. Love seeing this. Just ignore that for now till we get this going on. It's trying to reposition this rider, I believe. So we'll bounce back up to Maud. Maud's up here. She's back out into the countryside, it's saying. Oh, I missed the river. No, we are going past the river. So take a look over to, I'll try to show it to you. You can just see it at the top of the screen there. So if you're looking at, and I'll do this for people that, well, I can't do that for you, can I? I was going to show you we're traveling in the same, because right now I have the rider going in the opposite direction of the map, which sometimes that tricks people. On the right-hand side, if you look at the map, there should be water, the river there, off her right-hand shoulder. And there is. So it's all being generated on the fly. It says we have one chaser. Okay, so we have Celia Lemuel back here. Okay, she rides for CTC. I'm trying to think of that team's name right now. I don't know that team's name. So this is Celia coming up the road here. trying to bridge up to Maud. Maud, slow down just a little bit. She's only 300 meters behind you. We can see Maud in the distance here, just above these wheat fields. Looks like they haven't harvested these fields yet, which they probably have. That's okay, guys. I'm just giving them the gears here. Just giving Bike Terror the gears at the moment. They probably have harvested them. I know they harvest way before we do here. Nicer summers. Things don't grow as nice here, guys. Then we got the peloton about 458 meters back. So let's take a look at Maud again up front here. And again, kind of ignore the speeds. I'm not sure how correct they are. Again, I think the data's coming in like dumps of data. And I should get some video feed here within 4 minutes. So let's continue with the chat. We're just going to stay hovering on Maud here for now and see if Celia can bring her back. Ooh, we got more groups going, folks. Eileen Roussel saying, I got to get up there too. So I know this team, AUB, this is the St. Michel, St. Michael AUB team. Who is CTC? I know Volker Vessels is WVT. Okay, let's get into the chat again, guys. Again, Hans, thank you very much for reminding me of that. Demi is riding today. And I got to back up again here, guys. Chat's being pretty busy. Yeah, I just saw a trivia question. I'll get that right away. Love the trivia questions, guys. Please drop them in here. Oh my, very busy. See, Ruben's in the mix here. Okay. Oh, so this is Demi's quote. Robert's got it here for me. I did indeed fall on my head. It was a hard blow, but I feel okay. Luckily, I slept well. And it looks like I don't have a concussion. Yeah, I just smashed my head and it's all good. Ruben saying hi to the girls. Hey, Ruben. Good to see you, dude. Yeah, Drew saying here, were I winning a race stage, I would not want anyone touching me for 2 minutes. Nobody. And my team would know that. Dude, yeah, and that's what they do. They've got those handlers there to corral people. There's like always 5 or 6 handlers there trying to get them in the right position. Philip Rivera leading right now is Maud Rinbeek. She's gone on a break. She is being pursued by one rider, Celia Lemuel. And there's a third chaser going now, Eileen Roussel. The rest of the group is in one big blob at the main GC peloton. So we've got 3 riders up the road. They're going to have to try to get linked up here. You can see them all individually on screen right now. And we're going to jump up to Maud Rinbeek here. She just came through those trees. Celia is just behind her here. You'll see Celia is just going into that same stretch of trees here. And interesting here, we got a little, it looks like a little creek in this area. It's actually building in here, I think. See that trying to render in there, a little bit of a low spot. So yeah, I can see both the riders on screen at the same time right now. Maud is just past a little bit of structures here, a little village, I think, on her right-hand side, and just a tiny little dot in the distance. It is about a 360-meter gap. So yeah, Lenny Martinez, too tired to look around to check for the cameras. That's his first mistake. Yeah, if you're going to cheat, you better know that no one's watching. Rich, hey Rich, welcome aboard. 72 people watching. Hit the little thumbs up button if you can, dudes. Rich doesn't remember coming in late. Was that Demi? Yeah, Demi hit her head yesterday. Yeah, she crashed really hard coming off that bridge there, Rich. 3.2 kilometers from the finish. AJ Sudal needs to get Lacourt up and out of trouble if they're serious. Yeah, yesterday when I watched this, you're absolutely right about that, Rich. Hey, Rich, welcome aboard. I don't think you've been here before. I call everyone that comments at some point, I call them a lurker. It's just a fun name I give him. So Rich was a lurker. He's no longer a lurker, guys. You're out of the lurker club. I said that before that crash happened, and it like probably 30 seconds before, I'm like, the yellow jersey, Kim Lacourt, is in about 50th or 60th place. 30, 45 seconds after that, the entire peloton's down, outside of the first 20 or 30. So she got held up and all that stuff. The finishing group had maybe 20 people in it. So there were time gaps. I mean, I guess they're going to call it the crash, so maybe they give them all the exact same time. But what I'm saying earlier, they got the 5-kilometer protection zone. That doesn't protect your head from getting hit in the ground so hard and you can't start the next day. So that 5-kilometer protection zone, I think it makes it more dangerous now in the finish. Shorten it down so they have to be more careful. I don't know. I guess you can argue that either way. What do you guys think? Yeah, I highly doubt there's any trans athletes here. Evan likes the Tour de Flanders. Yeah, me too. That's one of the monuments, guys. Tour de Flanders. Thank you, Drew. It was cool yesterday. Some of these guys can put up some crazy watts. Yeah, a super powerful riding here. Okay, Evan saying here, I checked out the race you did yesterday with Zwift Championship. I like it. Dawn was watching that race. Dawn, let me know what you thought of the race yesterday watching Zwift. So in this podcast, and guys, I really like this podcast. I watch it. 4 dudes who I've actually done a race commentary on. They may not know that. There's 4 dudes on there. I've done race commentary on every single one of them. And they said, the comment was roughly, anyone that's watching the Tour de France already knows about Zwift. And I'm like, you are 1,000,000% wrong. And I will say that to all 4 of their faces. You guys don't even know what you're talking about. I noticed in my Tour de France, and there's people in this chat here that didn't really have an idea that this is possible. In my Tour de France feed where there would be like 80,000 views, I bet you half of them are just fans of the sport. They don't ride bikes inside. They don't know what Zwift is, or Biketerra, or Ruvi. This is why you do marketing, guys. This is why you do marketing. So, yeah, that was another point yesterday in their podcast. I'm like, wait a second, dudes. Wait 1 second here. Crossing over some water features here. Things drawing in right now. Let's jump back to Celia here. And now we're on the lead. So there's 3 riders chasing hard. We got a 4th rider going up the road too. We saw Victoria. I call her Victoria. It's Victoire, I guess. Berthaud, French rider here. And CWT team. Yeah, I'm going to jump out of this for a second, guys, because I've struggled with those teams. I think that team is actually Roland, I believe. CWT team. And I'm going to confirm that for you here. So here we go. We got Maud Rinbeck up front. We have Celia Lemoine for Seret Ezit. Maud is for Volker Vessels. E. Roussel, Saint Michel, or AUB. That's what their team shows up as. Oh, it is Confidis back here. Okay, so that's Confidis. That CWT. Oh, I should have known that by the jersey. Confidis jersey, very distinctive. And wow, she's got a 20-second. So it's 1:47 now from Maud to the peloton at this point. Yep, so same stuff's going here. We've seen all this on Biketerra before. The Tour de France even talked about it. So shout out to Biketerra. So yeah, that podcast was saying anyone who watches the Tour de France is well aware of what Zwift is. That's 100% wrong. So I guess whatever you watch on YouTube and that, they're not really all experts. That's my opinion. I'm going to see if I can get into this now here. I think I've still got... It should be live now. I'm not seeing it yet. Again, even more delayed. Okay, it's now showing up live, guys. So I can tell you what's going on now. They're going to do a little catch-up, so they do a full 10-minute catch-up. Got to turn that down. Yeah, let's just mute that. So glad to see any of the platforms supporting the women's cycling. So Evan liked it yesterday. The Zwift. It was a Zwift race, guys. It was a championship race over on Zwift for a bunch of dudes I met several months back called Team Not Poggy. I did a random race on them, and they reached out to me. Hey, dude, this is awesome. Can you do more of this for us? I haven't ignored them. I've been busy for the past month with the Tour de France. With the FEMMES, I've got a bit more time in my day, so I did that yesterday as a second stream. And it was a lot of fun. And actually in that race yesterday, guys, there was a dude in there. His name's H. Como. He shows up. He was in the front group. And someone in the chat recognized him. That's Holden Como, who in 2020 was the #1 Zwift rider in the world. So he jumped into that race, a community race. And that's what I like doing, is the community stuff. Women's cycling, even more interesting than the men, in my opinion. That's from Robert. The teams are not as strong. More tactical blunders. I find it more interesting. Okay. Andrew Barella, I wouldn't have known about FEMMES if it wasn't for Lance Armstrong on the move. Yeah, so Lance, does do a FEMMES talk afterwards. There's 2 female cyclists there. I honestly don't know who they are. I'm not going to pretend I do. But they seem like they were pro riders at some point. They both like wearing baseball caps. Let's put that right there. They wear baseball caps every day, usually on backwards or with the brim pulled right up. I like to curve my brim on my baseball cap. I guess I'm old school. That's the old guy look. Nowadays, if you buy a baseball cap, you're not supposed to ever bend the brim. So it really doesn't even do its job. Yeah, Drew, high-end cyclists equal Tyrannosaurus Rex, scrawny arms, exactly. So they are showing the riders now. I'm seeing some action now. This is Maud Rindbeck here off the front of the course. She's been out front the longest by herself. Rocking and rolling here. Volker Vessels getting some good TV time here. We heard from Dream that this is more of a transitional team, I think, before they get to World Tour teams. A lot of really good cyclists in the area have came through this team. I think Dream said that Demi came through this team. I'm almost positive about that. So there's basically 4 riders in individual breakaway groups trying to get up the road. They need to get together. Get together, guys. Let's go. They're only showing 3 here. So this would be Maud. Celia. They've got a 3rd group here. Elin. Okay, yeah, I think I might have said 4. There's 3 groups. And then the peloton. So Elin's probably going to be devoured here by the peloton. Yeah, she just got absorbed back into the peloton there. You can see that happening right now. That 3rd bubble disappeared. And I will get as live as I possibly can here. I will jump back into that right away. Robert, sorry. Yeah, Dream's talking to Robert. Also, there are too many races and so many riders. Hard to remember them all. Yeah, that's what I'm learning right now, Dream. For the men, yeah. Joe 512's in the mix. Good morning, all Colin and cycling fans. Joe, I think I talked about you earlier that you always kind of slip into the stream just a little bit later than everyone else, but good to have you here, dude. 74 people watching right now. Again, hit that little thumbs up button. It will take you 1 second of your life to do it, and it really helps support my channel and coverage of women's cycling. Dream here. I have trivia. If you know the answer, don't answer yet. Give others a chance. Yeah, that's a good way to do it, Dream. I like that. I actually wish. I wonder if there's a way I can allow others to make polls. I'm going to work on that. I'm going to figure that out. Joe's on the way into the chat. So here's a question from Dream. It is, well, it's about 12 minutes old right now. On the women's peloton, who wears the shortest short? And what's the story behind it? Bonus question, what's another thing you... Okay, this is something I want to... So basically, who wears the shortest short? It's like, what's up with that? I love this question, though. And actually, you will see that. I've been watching a lot of old cycling. Their shorts used to be a lot shorter. They used to be like halfway up their thigh. It's been only recently that you'll see a lot longer shorts, like almost down to like the very bottom of the thigh. But I guess someone likes to wear their shorts. I'm guessing, my guess would be, I don't know who it is. They probably had some kind of injury in their quad that maybe the rubber banding, that silicone banding on the shorts at the bottom to stop them from moving up irritates it. That's just my guess. What's unique about that rider? I don't know. We still have one breakaway rider up front. Oh, sorry guys, missing the map here. And it looks like the peloton is chasing good now. 143 riders here. Celia's out front by herself, but I think she's going to be dragged back. She's only got a 10-second lead. We've just got Maud out front. We are going up a little bit of a bump here, guys. You can see Maud's on it right now. Maud is going to be going up a little bit of a false flatty section here and then a descent. So the speed of the peloton might be able to pull her back. Looks like pretty tough going here too. And the wind's very light. It is nice outside. It's 24, 25 degrees Celsius. Average speed, 47.3. I would say this is their fastest, highest average speed out of the entire Tour de France FEMMES so far. Usually I would see it being more like in the 42, 43 range, so they are pushing a lot harder today. They want to get this one done today quick so they can get more rest before tomorrow. Robert, I know who I think wears the short shorts, but I don't know why. Does she have a glass eye? Whoa. We've gone from cyclist to pirate talk here. Oh, Robert, tragic story, but has a good ending. Well, she's in the peloton apparently, so yeah, that is a good ending for her. We're gonna find out who it is soon. Oh, wow, guys, sorry, I'm gonna have to like read the chat quick and get caught up. Oh wow, sorry guys, I've gone on so many little side tangents here. Someone's talking about Swoosh Kid Lucas, fourth in the Vuelta a Castilla y León. So it must be another Slovenian, because we're saying Sagan knew about him. CLTN, dude, right now we have one rider out front. Maud Rinbeck. She's about 30 seconds ahead. The peloton's all together. R. Stanley shouting out about Bitera. Dream. Okay, Drew's off to work, I think. Yeah, Drew's going to be going off to work soon, so he'd like to know the answer. Dream, Robert, no glass eye. I don't really know that one. Really, is there someone with the glass eye, really? Robert, what's that story? Maybe Robert just made that up. I hope so. I hope you just randomly made that up, Robert. Drew here's telling this dude, Binyam's leading. Go Eritrean riders. Yeah, what a different Tour de France for Biniam this year. Green jersey, 3 stage wins last year, and this year didn't really have much. Yeah, Rich is saying Tour Twitter reporting Maud off the front with 30 seconds. And yeah, I'm looking right now. It's 41 seconds currently. That's the most live feed I have. I will jump back to it now, guys. Let me just get through the chat before I start going and having fun in Bitera. R. Stanley, hey Colin and all the chat. Another day of biking coverage. R. Stanley, thank you for being here. Shout out to Oklahoma, bro. Yeah, Maud Rimbick. Okay. Yeah, Rinbeck's in the front, dude. Okay. Joe here's asking. Okay, I'm seeing a delayed feed here. That was the 2 earlier riders trying to get away. Okay, chat, where are you watching from and what do you ride? I'm in Southern Cal. Ride a 2017 Specialized Tarmac. Everyone, I'll have a sip of coffee, clear my throat a bit. Looks like we might have had something happen at the back here, guys. I don't know how delayed this is. The camera turned around for a second to look. Back end looked quite delayed there, so I think something happened. I'm in Alberta, Canada. I ride a mid-2000s and 14-15 Kona Jake the Snake cyclocross bike inside only. That's my training bike, so I can beat it up. It's just aluminum. Outside, I ride a 2018 Cervelo S3, Ultegra Di2, NV wheels. It is fast. Also outside, I ride a Look TT bike that you would have seen like Thor Hushovd ride when he was on Credit Agricole, probably circa 2011 or something, all Jura Ace. It is beyond fast. That's what I ride. So everyone drop in here what you ride. Yeah, dude, I'll probably do that pretty soon. Ban the troll. Andrew, time for me to go to work. See you all in the morning. God bless. Instant Second World, and thanks for the good start to the morning. Dude, thank you for being here, Andrew. Really appreciate it. They get the same time from the crash yesterday, but they get this time bonuses for places in the finish, so Voss moved up. Dawn saying the Zwift ride was cool. I look forward to signing in and riding with these folks. Dude, yeah. I was talking to the guy that organized it yesterday. He was in the race. So, guys, yellow jersey is Marianne Voss. QOM polka dot jersey is Elise Chabet. Green jersey is Lorena Vibes. And CWT rider, who is it? Oh, Confidence. We just said that before. It's Julie Bago. She's in the white jersey. That's why she keeps showing up all the time when I zoom in on the peloton there. Maud Rinbeck still out front by herself. 41-second gap. Oh, and this is interesting, guys. We got 3 riders there now. I did see 2 riders going up there before. I thought it was a replay. So what I want to do now is I want to get you guys fixed up here. Courtesy of Bitera. And so we can see all these riders, where they are on course right now. So I watched a video before and I'm like, okay, is this legit? Actually, I'm seeing it right now. So it's a Movistar rider and it's Picnic Post NL. I'm actually seeing the catch live now. They've been together for probably 30 seconds and they're going right by her. Maud, jump on the back, take a rest. She probably needs more rest right now. Let's go look at them right now. Here's 3 riders out front. So what I thought was a replay from the breakaway earlier, because there was 3 riders trying to break away. It was 2 riders coming up. Let's get busy, girls. Let's get busy. So here's Franziska Koch for Team Picnic Post NL. Maud Beck for Volker Vessels. And then we've got Anna Vittoria Guevo Vieira. Oh, that's a long name. Look at this name here. Rocking it out for Movistar. Nice to see Movistar in the action, folks. Love it. They lost their GC contender on stage 1 at this year's tour. So they currently have about a 600-meter lead. I'm going to leave you guys right here, and I'm going to catch up in the chat. 85 watching, guys. I think we're getting over 100 today. So you're saying there's a chance. We're coming around for a 709er. I threw that one out yesterday, and that threw everyone off. I actually had to go on YouTube last night and say, is that exactly what she says? Coming around for a 709er. Oh, and that was in Zwift. I talked about that. That was in a different video altogether. So maybe you guys haven't heard of that. So yeah, here's a case where I said before, that other podcast said, anyone watching the Tour de France knows about Zwift. Don didn't know about Zwift. He jumped on my second video yesterday and he learned about Zwift. So just because you're watching cycling doesn't mean you know about all these platforms and stuff like that. Let's do the over-the-shoulder look here. So Don, thanks for jumping into that. Robert, the Lantern Rouge podcast speculating it was a lack of respect that caused Demi to crash. Bah, Demi strong, but her bike handling attack never impressed me. You know, just watching the women's cycling for the last couple of years now, following it a little bit more, and I will cover all of it now. Yeah, it seems like Demi is a little bit crash prone. Is she kind of like a Primos? Can I throw that out there? Who wants to disagree with me? Do it nicely, please. Don, we were in Scotland yesterday, no password. Yeah, so the Zwift race yesterday was in Scotland, doing the Muckle Yin for the Team Not Poggy Championship summer race. They're doing 2 races. Huge turnout for like an inside race. In the peak of summer, anywhere in the world right now, they had 86 riders show up for it and compete. So it's not just 1 or 2 oddballs like me doing this, guys. So where did I ride yesterday? So I rode Victoria on Monday, I think it was. I don't even know what day it is. Sunday. It's Tuesday today. Yesterday I rode in Portugal yesterday. So you can ride pretty much anywhere in the world you want. With Bike Terra, you pretty much have the ability to ride anywhere in the world as long as you have a route created. Currently, it looks like they have a minimum of 700 routes that are public to me. There might be a ton more that are private. You could create your own private routes that no one can ever see. QOM jersey sitting on the front right now. FDJ is right there. Demi Vollering sitting about 3rd back here in this main block of riders. Yellow jersey sitting about 30th overall. We do have a gap now. They're out to a kilometer gap, it's saying. Jump back to the peloton here. So any of the riders that have a jersey, white jersey here is Julie Bego. Elise Chabet is a polka dot jersey. I think I learned last night, as I was falling asleep, that the polka dot jersey's only been around since 1975 at the Tour de France. I think that's how long it's been around, 1975. They had a climbing jersey, I think it was at the Vuelta, way before that. Hey guys, don't forget about the Vuelta coming up. The Vuelta started, and it's the 90th edition, I believe. 90th edition. Is it the 90th edition or 90th year it's been running? So I think the Vuelta started in 1935. There would have been probably a couple years missed due to an unfortunate incident called World War II. So there would have been some years missed there. Drew here saying, I'm riding a 90 Columbus frame, never painted, found on eBay 3 years ago. Excuse me, guys. Yeah, a lot of guys have really cool bikes. Yeah, Visma Lisa bike, the entire team is still here, guys. Very powerful team. Kim LaSalle, yeah, Drew, I would probably have to do a Google search on your bike too, because I don't know which bike this is. Gold handlebars. Bernardino. Oh, also Bernardino Lord Meg. Okay, I got to look that up, dude. I'd love to see a pic of that. Kim LaSalle, it doesn't matter where you put the limit at the end of the stage. Racers are going to race. There doesn't need to be bends there, but there's always are, so 3 to 5 is still a good idea. Okay, gotcha. The zone keeps GC out of the sprint trains. That's true. Yeah. So that's kind of like, do they even push it further then? Like, GC riders, get out of the way. Because I'm sure the sprint riders are like, okay, yellow jersey, get out of my way. You're going to sprint at 60. I'm going to be sprinting at 75. Like, get out of my way. It probably gets annoying for the sprint train leadouts. Guess they can only push it so far. Rich, my daily is the weirdest bike in the peloton. Neil Pride Dura Ace was one of the best carbon fiber tube makers in the world for windsurfing. Really nice bikes for just a few years and then got out of the biz. Okay. Love the Dura Ace, dude. Love the Dura Ace. That's what I have on my TT bike. Overly expensive. It's mechanical. Works perfect. Drew, I had an Orbea 2008, I think he said here. The whole thing just jumped on me, guys. I am still watching that lead group. Let's just jump back here. They got a 1.2 kilometer lead, so they're letting them go. These three on the front are working hard. Let's stick with them for a bit. And let's take a look at the map. Okay, this should be interesting here. Gonna be heading through a little town. Might see a water crossing coming up. It might be too small to actually see it. Let's just hang out here for a bit. Oh, yeah, when do we get our, yeah, I want my trivia answer. I'm trying to catch up. Longer shorts are same as higher socks, more aero. Tailwind today. From Kim here. Good point. You are correct. Thigh injury. Oh, so it was a thigh injury. Okay. Okay, Robert here says Chloe Dygert for the shortest shorts and a lazy eye. Okay, is that all true? Because Dream says ding, ding, ding. So it was for a thigh injury. Okay. Oh, Sushka saying Slovakian. Okay. Okay, so Dream here saying lazy eye lol. I'm not sure about that. It's on her feet. Okay, so what about her feet? Is that her unique feature? She's got an extra toe. Chloe Dygert has an extra toe. You heard it here first. Chloe with a bunch of championships on track and 4 Olympic medals. She seems to be making it work. Yeah. DiBiase, if I want to buy... Yeah, I guess DiBiase's looking for some bike suggestions, budgets. Dude, you can get really, really good used bikes. That's just my suggestion to you. Dude, you go out and spend $3,000 on a kind of like a lower end, really good bike. It all depends on your group set and your wheels. The wheels can like basically double the cost of your bike. You can buy a $3,000 bike with aluminum wheels. And if it comes with, say, Envy wheels, it could be $6,000. You can spend $3,000 on a set of carbon wheels. You don't need it. It's nice, but you don't need it. Just pretend you're riding in the 90s. They didn't have carbon wheels back then. They had carbon frames, but they didn't have carbon wheels. Go back and take a look at that. But you can go out and you can find yourself what was once a $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 bike. You can probably find it for $1,200, $1,500. That's what I did. Alviso here is asking, do you think Marianne Vos will finish? I absolutely think Marianne Vos will finish in the top 10. That sprint yesterday, I think there's a 12-year age difference between the world's best sprinter in women's cycling, Lorena Vibis, and Marianne Vos, 38 years old, hanging right with her. So that just shows you how good Marianne Vos is. Been so dominant for so long. I'd love to see her win the whole thing. I would love to see it. So we'll bounce back to the peloton here. They'll be still out in the countryside, coming towards the same town. You can actually see it's kind of like a larger city they're coming into. There's a bunch of buildings up here at the top of the screen. Yeah, so DiBiase, as long as you know the used bike has not been crashed a bunch of times, I would go 1,000,000% used. I bought brand new bikes. My Cervelo, brand new. It was expensive. I got the store owner's deal because he demoed the bike. It was his bike. Cervelo sends him the bikes. He rides bikes and rotates through them all. I paid a lot of money for that bike. I don't even want to say how much money I paid for that bike. Dream, you just YouTube Diger crash. She was the current world champion then. Oh, it's the TT. She went over the rail. Her thigh open to the bone. Less than 2 years recovery. She documented. Okay, cool. I'm going to look into that today. I'm going to catch up on all that. Yeah, Marion Boss. I think Marion Boss can finish in the top 5. Yeah. Just lots of questions here. I know. He's in New Jersey. Don is OG beyond OG in this channel, guys. 75 people watching right now. 2 Trek carbon fiber bikes from the 90s. One has Ultegra, the other is Dura Ace group sets. I ride a Gary Fisher Tasahara with the kiddos. Ruben saying D&D. Okay, wonder what that's all about. Rich, team, help out with advice. Helping nephew buy. Very tall but shorter legs. Thoughts about what that means for sizing? Buy larger, shorter than average. Dude, how tall is he? And you can kind of squeeze into different bikes. Some bikes will give you the frame size in centimeters. I think the US still uses inches on there. So my cyclocross bike is a 60. My Cervelo is a 58. My Look TT bike is a large. Whatever that means. It doesn't feel that large. I feel like you got to cram yourself into a time trial bike. Probably the best thing to do, dude, is get him into a shop. Most shops will have a sizing. They might have a quick fit they can do for you. They'll have like a machine in the back. They might just throw you on it real quick and say, yeah, he needs this frame. So whatever you're comfortable on. I've ridden a 56 in the past. Now I ride a 60 and a 58. Just means you're probably not going to be as comfortable on longer stretches. Yeah, John saying, please don't spam calling, you'll get to me. Yeah, that's interesting about her thigh injury. That's the only reason I would think why she would wear shorter shorts. Like, who really wants to wear short shorts? Not me. You guys don't want to see that either. Okay, so I am going to go see when this happens. So it was in a TT, I guess. Okay. Ruben. Yeah, Ruben, what are we doing tomorrow, dude? Please let's not pick the hardest climb. So Ruben suffered an injury early June. He wants to do the Legends of the Tour de France over on Rouvy. It's 5 climbs. I'm so not ready for it. He's asking me for it. No, dude, I'm not ready for it. We need to start out with the easiest one first. I think you got to do the Hautacom. You got to do Périgueux, which is the same as the mountain time trial. Ruben, I'm going to go back through my stuff later today. I'll send you my Strava or something, how little training I've done over the last while. So I did a 16-kilometer ride on Sunday, and I did a 22-kilometer ride yesterday. Drew here saying he will need a long frame with a short down tube. 56 centimeter, 57 centimeter with a 32-inch inseam. Okay. Okay, I'm behind, guys. I'm trying to catch up here. So he's got 32-inch legs at 6'2", 6'3". Worried he'll be too far forward even with a longer stem. Oh, slam that stem. Bonus answer is she wears the bright pink shoes. Easy to see on her front shot with short shorts and pink shoes. Okay, I guess we'll be taking a look for that. And wow, I think she's on camera right now. I think she's on camera. I'm watching a woman's rider here with bright pink shoes and what looks like to be wearing short shorts. Something that my daughters would try to wear out of the house when they were 17 years old. And yeah, I was, okay, whatever. They just yell at me. I think she was on the front there of the Peloton. If I could show it to you guys. So here's our Breakaway right now. They got a 1.18 kilometer lead. I'm going to go back here for now, guys. Oh, I wasn't actually even showing it to you. I'm sorry. Okay, back here we go then. So now you can see some of this. I thought we were on this the whole time, and you guys were watching the beautiful countryside here, which you weren't. So here we are back again now. Sorry, guys. I've had that on the whole time, hoping you guys could see things here. Seen a couple riders off the back here right now, too. Are we getting close to that sprint point? I better take a look at this, guys. Sprint point. We're still a little ways away from it. We do have 2 riders off the back right now. 2 riders off the back. Femke Garitzi, Team SD Works Pro Time. It's probably Garrett say. Going to take a look here at the bubbles again. Yeah, I thought there was a couple riders off the back there. Yeah. So is that Chloe there? I think it is. You guys are on that. I'm going to take a look at the teams here. Got to make sure I'm on the right. Yeah, that was Chloe I was looking at before. Canyon SRAM. She just happened to be on the front when you said that dream about her pink shoes. And yeah, her shorts are definitely shorter. They're probably 3 to 4 inches higher than everyone else. Jump back into the stage here, watching the bubbles. Sprint point is not that far away. You guys are still in, and have I let it stall out? I've let it stall out. Sorry, guys. Leading group. Okay, I'm going to be on it now. Francisca Koch, Maud Rinbeck, Anna Vitora Gouver, Vieira, something or other. I can't even read the whole name. They have a 1 kilometer lead now. And I've got to double check that you're in here so I don't skip. Yeah, you're in here now. So we're going to stay in here. I'll take control of this. Out into the countryside again. We'll be taking another major change of direction at this next city coming up. Yeah, Dawn, Vuelta a España starts August 23rd. I'm already gearing up for it. I've got the full road bike, full road book downloaded. I'm going to go through all the climbs. I'm going to find all the climbs on Climb Finder. Bike Terra is doing the Vuelta as well, guys. Dawn has Trek 5000 and 5500 models. Okay, so that's a good way. Dream, that really helps me with those bright pink shoes. And the short shorts, I would have thought they were just kind of like riding up. You can get some lower end gears, guys. My suggestion, you get into biking, spend good money on your bibs. When I say bibs, I mean the ones with suspenders, because that's all I will wear. If I wear shorts and they feel like they're falling down, it feels like a diaper. So if you buy kind of lower quality gear, the silicone band that goes around your thigh may not be as good. It might just be like one little layer. It won't be as grippy and sticky. You want it to be grippy and sticky so they don't slide up. Cheaper stuff, they'll slide up. I'm sure Chloe Dargert has the best stuff in the world. It's just the way she has it. White components on road bikes are kind of pimp. Okay, I like that. Robert Dude, thank you so much, man. This is Robert from Inside Cycling World. Loves R. Stanley from Oklahoma. Now jumped to #1 in the chat. Colin, have you thought about creating YouTube shorts? I think they could be great tool to help grow the channel. I've learned a lot of very interesting tidbits of cycling from the stream. Dude, yeah, totally. I've only made a few shorts ever. I always have ideas, and Joey's probably screamed at me about this. You need to do more of this, you need to do more of that. I'm like, I know. Like the promotion too. Just put links everywhere. So she's constantly putting links like on Instagram and Facebook, finding all the cycling groups, just so they can be aware of this. Otherwise, no one knows who you are. But yeah, Robert, sorry, or Stanley, you're totally correct about that. I was going to do a little video. I've had some videos from the past where they were called Coffee Chats with Colin. And I just, I record them on my phone. It's super casual. I'm not even in the 10x10 cube of agony and despair. I'm usually sitting out of my living room down here. And I do them in a house robe, in a house coat. So it's really goofy looking, but I'm really cozy, sipping a coffee. I need to do one of those to like have a flashback look at the men's Tour de France. And thank everyone for joining me. Yeah, so everything I'm seeing right now, all the talk online, Poggy's not doing La Vuelta, guys. Jonas is confirmed for La Vuelta. So even though Jonas's wife wants him at home doing kitchen renovations, okay, guys, they got the laminate flooring done in the kitchen. I think he's going to be doing the backsplash next, above your countertops. Put that little funky, skinny little tile in there that everyone does, and then in 3 years it'll be out of style anyway, so why bother in the first place? But then the bathroom's next. You can do some vinyl plank laminate in the bathroom there. Looking at this here, we still got our 3 riders out front. Peloton is moving now, guys. Leading group doing 35.1k an hour. Peloton moving at 47k an hour right now. The hunt is on. It's under 700 meters. Out the back of the race, we got 3 riders here. Ooh. So I did see 2 or 3 riders trying to get back on. Kristen Faulkner's back here. Okay, we just saw a weird data point there. 1 rider just took off. And actually, see now, this is where Tour de France is not providing all the data to Bike Terra. So we can bounce up to the Peloton. We'll go on Lorena Vibes. In this group here, now 620 meters back. The hunt's on, guys. The hunt is on. They want to bring them back before the sprint point. How far to the sprint point? Well, I guess I'm going to see it over here, and I'm going to call it from what I see over here. Even though it's going to be slightly delayed, I want to do the commentary, not these guys. Rich is saying, I wouldn't go less than 1,200 for new, 500, 700 used. Yeah, when I first got my first road bike when I got back in, remember, I was a Tour de France fan, and I just watched... Yeah, here's a good example, guys. I watched Tour de France forever. After I quit cycling the first time, parked my bikes, rode a couple times, I followed Tour de France all through the Lancier, all through Contador, Schlecks, Cadel Evans, Carlos Sastre, all of it. I picked up my road bike in 2017. I think I paid $1,100 for it. All Ultegra, Villiers, Italian, super cool looking. Rode my bike outside. In 2017, I didn't know what Zwift was. I had no idea what Zwift was. Yet I followed the Tour de France. I think Zwift at that point had only been around 3 years, but I'm just referring back to that podcast that said that. There's a ton of people that follow this that are avid cycling fans, and maybe they're thinking about getting back into shape. Why not do it on the same routes that the pros are riding? So riders too, this is you can do this full route, but what Bike Terra does that's really cool, they've selected chunks of this route too that you can do as a normal civilian, because I couldn't do this route. This would be really hard to ride inside. It's 130k inside is a long time on the bike. So again, I'm just seeing it still. Shout out to Oklahoma, R. Stanley. Thank you for the contribution to the channel. Our specialized Allay versions are well priced. Dude, yeah, exactly. Rich here. You got a good point here. The Allays, they've got an aluminum one. There's a ton of different Allay levels of bike. They're priced really well. Great bikes. I think you can get into an Allay for like $1,200. Brand new. Jay Taylor did about 12 kilometers this morning before the Florida heat kicks in. 112 Fahrenheit. No thanks. That's okay if you're beside the pool and doing nothing all day, but living your normal life, oof, that's tough. Okay, still following along here. Tour director's car here. Yeah, Marie Bachac, that must be some famous local French person that I don't know who that is, with the tour director here in the red car. Jay's been out walking 12 kilometers this morning. Jason Matt's back. She wears the shorts due to the standard length aggravating her scars. Yep. Good call, Jason. Jay Taylor saying that's a nice view, Colin. I think he's talking about the Bike Terra here. I believe so. We'll jump to the front again. 3 riders up front, guys, going through this huge countryside area. I'm going to zoom in on the map on the bottom Right hand side, yeah, you can see it's just all huge fields out here. Small little villages they're passing. Over to the right hand side, there should be a village called Champeau somewhere up here. Actually, it'll be just past it because you can see a little green blob here. That'll be those trees. Champeau must be just off in the distance there, I think. Yeah, I'm seeing buildings now. When I get the secret camera access code from Anslo, that's Champeau up there. Take a look on the map at the same time and think to the right-hand side off your right shoulder. There's a small village there, and then over to the left, just open fields. What were those buildings we saw there? It generally shows everything you're seeing. There must have been a few structures there over on the left-hand side. So that was Champeau, seeing structures. I wonder if they're even showing like castles and stuff. Okay, looks like Maud has been dropped out of the group. It was showing her there. I'm going to jump back here, guys. I want to see that. So according to this, Maud has been caught by the peloton. And there is a group Faulkner out behind. Kristen Faulkner's back there. I'm wondering if she's by herself. I'm going to jump out of here again and get some time splits from the Tour de France itself. Let's take a look over here. Out front, we still have our two riders. Perfect Bike Terra. Koch and Anna Vittoria Maga. Okay, so they gave her full name over on Bike Terra. I'll go with Anna for now to keep this simple for me. Here should be Maud. She's just slipped out the back here. Must have been some pressure on the front. There were some bumps there. I am watching Maud look back now. Wonder if she's been called back to the team. Hey, slow down. Got our main peloton, GC peloton of 141 riders. Then Group Faulkner. It's saying she's by herself. She was with two riders before that we saw on Bike Terra. So what are we seeing here? 3 at the front of the race. Echelons cause chaos. Oh, nice. I didn't think it was that windy out. See, it's here. It's only reporting 3.1 kilometers an hour wind, but there's echelons forming. I'm watching the two riders out front right now, and I'm going to finish up this chat here. Okay, so yeah, okay. Rich just responded to Ruben here about a bike fit. Robert, Kristen Faulkner near the bottom of the GC and now back of the pack. Robert thinks she's sandbagging. EF has a stage singled out for her to win. I see. So basically, you lose 20 minutes today so that there'll be a stage she can race up the road and win. Polka dot jersey on the front, left-hand side of the road. EF is sitting strong in the front right now. Sudal there as well. Yeah, with Faulkner. Sorry, no. Faulkner on Canyon. No, that's not right. Faulkner is on this team, but she's way out the back right now. Yeah, it could be that. You want to lose a lot of time. That might give you a chance to go on a breakaway later. Okay, so Ruben's giving some good advice here to Rich about bike fit. Jason, yes, probably she lowered her peak because of the injury. She would be way stronger than Grace Brown without the injury and can probably tie Kopecky on the sprint. Okay. Rich is saying to DiBiasio, at that price point, you'll have a huge range of options. If you don't have the answer to this, then you're paying too much. Okay. Yeah, guys, I would easily buy a used bike again. Like, the bike I bought used was awesome. Okay, watching some Cofidis riders here. Victoria Berthaud is talking to her teammate at the same time. I don't know if they're exchanging gels or something. Okay, so another rider has got the armor. Now, the other Cofidis rider here, 141 for Cofidis. That would say that's their GC rider. Calling for the team car to come up. They're sitting right on the back of the peloton. Not that far from the sprint, guys. Not that far from the sprint. 38 seconds is the gap between our two leaders and Maud. And then it's another 43 seconds back to the peloton. Just seeing what these Cofidis riders are doing here. There's 3 of them sitting at the back now. But they're all looking for a feed or something. Rich is saying, for a new rider, I wouldn't spend more than 2,500 absolute max. Yeah, guys. If you drop a bunch of money on a bike and you've never sat on a bike for more than 5 minutes, and you go riding for an hour, you might think, this is the last thing I ever want to do. It takes a while to develop. Okay, this looks like Kristen Faulkner here. It is. In the EF Stars and Stripe jersey. Looks like she's adjusting something on herself. I think she's messing with her radio. But it looks like she's back on the Peloton now. That's what I'm seeing. Again, that's slightly delayed. So yeah, she is back now. It's not showing a fourth Grupo back, but that doesn't always necessarily mean the case. I've seen riders still riding on course and they're not moving. Yesterday they had Debbie Vollering in the leading pack, finishing when she was actually 6 minutes behind. Day one, we had Marlon Reusser. I think it was Kim LaSalle pointed out maybe she switched bikes because there was 2 riders in a crash there. Marlon Reusser was continuing on course. I'd already seen her withdrawn. So in that case, maybe her teammate took her bike. Robert loves the Jonas Kitchen jokes. Yeah, me too, dude. He is going to ride La Vuelta. So, and everything I'm hearing now is saying Taddy is not riding La Vuelta this year, guys. I think he wants to because I don't think... Can someone check for me? I don't think Taddy has ever done the Tour of Spain. That's just my guess because he keeps saying, I really want to ride it. I did learn yesterday too, UAE has a team policy. Riders under 25 only get to do 1 Grand Tour per year. Okay, well, I think we're going to see João Almeida there. I think we're going to see Juan Ayuso there. I think we're going to see... Well, I guess we won't see Isaac Del Toro then because he did the Giro and lost that to Simon Yates. João Almeida started the Tour de France, didn't do a full Tour de France, so that might give him an option now to put him there to the Vuelta. So they should be making announcements shortly as to who's going and who's not. They're worried about burnout for Taddy. He does seem burnt out. You know, watching his commentary, his questions, maybe it was just the questions. He just seems like the least happiest Tour de France winner I've seen. And again, that was the end of stages when he was sick of the questions. Like again, they're asking him weird things. Pogacar, when are you going to start riding your bike again after a break? It's like, why even ask me that? I'd be asking what's his favorite dessert, what video games does he play? Because I know he plays video games. All these young dudes do. What's your favorite music? Just something, just off topic to cycling, and they probably go, "Oh yeah, cool, man. I like that question." And then they talk to you. Okay, lots more stuff coming in here, guys. Oh, busy, guys. Busy. Okay, busy. Jason meant, yeah, exactly. She calls a leg her baby leg as the muscle was so damaged. It's a different shape. Yeah, I could see that. Ruben's saying best to do this on the trainer. Guys, so Ruben's another dude here that does a lot of inside training. So if you're ever interested in it, he probably give you some advice. Lyle Cabone here, who's leading now. 2 riders out front. In a breakaway, they've got a 1 minute 32 second lead over the chase group. Maud Rindbeck is still in between. She's got a 12-second gap on the peloton, so she will be pulled back right away. I'll come back into spectate view here. Maybe you can get a view on what's going on here. Yep, you can see it happening now, guys. This is all live, as I like to call it. Not live. You can see here's the peloton. Only going to show 12 riders. Maud Rindbeck here is just up the road going through the town just ahead. Let's jump to Maud, and we can zoom back and see the peloton coming around the corner. So they're just zipping through the small town. Top of the screen, you can just see the peloton coming after her. If the road straightens out a little bit, you can see them coming. I'm just going to stay right here on Maud Rindbeck. Yeah, here's the catch now. And the data's being laggy again. Again, that's from the Tour de France. If someone told me they were 6'2", I'd be like, yeah, you need a 58 or a 60. Just rule of thumb. That's what you need. I'm 6'2". I fit a 58. It's my outside bike. I'm a lot more aero on it. I want to get down low out in the wind. My cyclocross bike inside for training, it never leaves that trainer outside of maintenance. It's a 60 centimeter frame. My Look TT bike that I fit no problem. It's the largest frame they made that Tour de France riders would have been sitting on 15 years ago, 12 to 15 years ago. That was the largest frame they made, and I squeeze into it. And that's okay for a time trial bike. Maybe that's all changed now, but that's how it used to be. Yeah, Drew. Who will Jonas follow without Boggy? Is Del Toro riding? I don't know if Del Toro will ride because, like, from what I saw yesterday, they were saying 1 Grand Tour for young riders per year at UE. That's kind of their policy. They want to develop them slowly. Del Toro's already done the Giro. João Almeida was at the Tour, but was out after 4 or 5 stages. I can see him going, and Ayuso, he is confirmed he's going to it. Watching the pack, catching Rinbeck here on replay. She's in this group now. And we'll jump out to the leading group. They have a 1.5 kilometer lead at this point. And they must be getting close to this point here. Getting close. Hopefully that will allow me to jump back. Yep. As long as I don't go away from Bike Terror for too long in a different tab, it keeps synced. So we're just going to hang out here with them for a bit. Go through the chat. 85 watching now, guys. Absolutely love it. Drop a like. Subscribe if you can. Hit the notification button. Lead group Jay Taylor is Francisca Koch and a Movistar rider, Anna Vittoria. Jay saying, yep, Bike Terror looks good. Looks awesome to me, guys. Thanks all cycling fans from Joe 512 here. I got to go to work. Joe, I feel for you, bro. Have a good day at work. Vibes in Green Giant today. Jolly Green Giant. What is cool about Bike Terror is there was a dude who jumped into the group on the stage for a bit. Yeah, that's right, guys. So this is a live event. Anyone can jump into this. I could jump into this right now and ride with them. There was a dude yesterday who teleported himself along the bottom. So they give you the entire stage. Guaranteeing you right now, 180k stage, that's a long time on the bike inside. There's things about riding, a lot of people say, yeah, but it's inside, it's not as hard as outside. You're right about that, but there's things about inside that are way harder than outside. You never get a tailwind, ever. Outside, believe it or not, you can stop pedaling at times. Take a look at the pro peloton. There's times where they're not pedaling, they're just coasting along. Inside, and Ruben is here, so he can back me up on this. I don't know who else rides inside here. If you stop pedaling on your trainer, you'll grind to a halt in, it seems like, 10 seconds. You constantly have to apply the pressure inside. You don't get a tailwind, and mentally, it's very grueling. So it's not like at home, I'm going to ride, I'm going to go out 20 miles. Guess what? You got to come home 20 miles. Or you're going to have to call someone to help you, which you don't want to do. Can you come pick me up? I'm tired. I'm never doing that. I'm riding home. I'm riding home. Inside, if I ride 20 miles, I know I can step off and my couch is like 30 feet away. Or I can get to the shower right away. So it's very easy to mentally crack inside. You don't have a home point. You're already at home, I guess. Yeah, so there was a dude who was riding with the women yesterday, and there was someone this morning too. And remember on Bike Terror, you can do smaller sections of this. I saw, like, for the men, they had stage 7. They took a tiny section of the Mur de Bretagne. Because realistically, that's probably about all you need to ride. Maybe you could loop it twice. Kristen is sick with the stomach bug. That's going around. That's what took out Lamborghini. Yeah, I love that dude. Longoborghini. That's what I always think too when I see her name. Yeah, so she's sick. There's a lot of sick riders here. Coffee chats with Colin. Ruben's seen the coffee chats with Colin. I think I only ever did 2 or 3 of them, and I'm always wearing, like, I have a goofy looking robe, and that was planned. Oh yeah, Robert, dude, this is a good question. I hope Dream can tell us. Nature breaks. Yeah, he says this, and dude, that's what I was thinking. This awkward question, but nature breaks different for the women. I know. Maybe they pull up beside the car. They have to go to the bathroom. They have to. I can't see them riding for 3-4 hours without needing a bathroom break. Maybe the women cyclists, this is what I would say. Maybe they wear more shorts than bibs, because if you've ever worn bibs with a jersey, so I got my jersey on right now. One of my jerseys, your bibs would be suspenders that are under here. You just can't drop them easy. You got to take this off to pull the straps off your shoulders to do your nature break. So I'm guessing the women would probably wear more shorts. It is awkward to talk about it, but yeah, what's the realities of it? I know actually they said that. I think it was they were talking about Demi, how she had to stop for a pee break and got way off the back. I mean, everything probably takes them longer. Find a sheltered area. Maybe they stop beside the car. I don't know. I've never seen them even mention a nature break at the women's race. It's so common at the men's racing. I mention it all the time now. Like, guys, I need a nature break. I don't right now, but... Okay, so with that, Dawn, do they do cafe rides on Zwift? One of my friends tried to introduce me to Zwift about 9 years ago, but I wasn't ready to go indoors. Yeah, Dawn, I was talking to Dan over on Team Not Poggy, and I was saying how out of shape I am right now. And he says, dude, and I did see it in their chat. I can barely keep up with all the different chats I'm in. He did say they're doing more social group rides, and they do have a feature in Zwift. Actually, I'm doing one this weekend. 5 a.m., me and Ian Holmes from the Philippines, we're doing a Zwift no-drop ride. And so, okay, here they're saying the sprint is 5 kilometers away. So these two riders are going to take the sprint point. Peloton's too far back, so they're going to sweep up the sprint points here. Then there'll be a secondary sprint out of the Peloton. I'm sure we'll see Lorena there. I'm sure we'll see Kim LaCourte. Hopefully we see some of the other sprinters coming up. Where's Blanca? Where's Blanca when you need her? Yeah, so we're doing a no-drop ride. It's actually set so no matter what you do, let's say you're brand new to cycling, and you can do this on other platforms as well. You're brand new to cycling, and you're putting out 50 watts. You've never ridden a bike in 40 years. You haven't worked out since high school. You're 60 years old or something, and then you're riding with some young gun who's putting out 400 watts. No drop means you're going to ride side by side no matter what. You're both getting a workout, but traveling along the route together. Because no one wants to be dropped off the back and be solo. No one wants that. So on Ruby, that would be like a group ride. Not sure how Bike Terra handles that. Zwift calls it a no-drop ride. I would just, like, for me, when Ian mentioned that to me, he sent me the invite. He said, yeah, dude, it's a no-drop ride. And to me, if I was to ride outside, that means no matter what happens, we're going to wait for those people. So, but there's actually a no-drop feature in Zwift. So yeah, it is like a cafe ride. Yeah, riders in the Peloton are the kids in the lunchroom trading a cherry gel. I think that's what they were doing. I think they were trading gels. Tony here. Hey Tony, welcome aboard. I am way too old. My first automobile was only $500. Yes, used, but very nice. Dodge Charger. Boom, boom. Dude, I love it, man. Tony, might be your vintage. I think my first car was a 1973 Mercury Meteor that I think I paid $200 for. And we got it at the auction. It was kind of ugly and junky. It wasn't like a fast car. That thing was primo mint. Yeah, there was not a scratch on that thing, but it was very much just a family car. I probably went in some cooler. I probably went and spent $1,000 on the next car, and it probably blew up the next week. Oh, sorry guys. Oh, wow, this chat is insane. So I just saw someone talking about cars there. That was Tony, and I don't know where that went now. Okay, now I'm catching up, guys. Sorry. We did the awkward question, so I'm hoping Dream's around. She can answer the question. Okay, Drew here. I was hit in 81, couldn't walk for 10 weeks. Frame was compressed by force. Now I'm restoring an 81 Mercy and frame slowly. Haven't yet decided on mint 80s campy. Oh, dude, that'd be spectacular. Or, yeah, I like new retro. So you take an old frame, you put disc brakes on it. You put new shifting on it. You put Di2 or SRAM ETAP on it. I do like the new stuff. They're doing that with cars too. You know, they'll take like an old 60s Mustang, but they put brakes on it that actually work. Anyone knows if you're later on and you go back and you buy a 60s Mustang that hasn't been touched yet, those things barely stop. So you need to put new brakes on them. I like new retro. Just kind of have the look, the aesthetic of the old bike, but the safety and the convenience and the modern tech of a new bike. Still 2 riders up front here, guys. They're 1.1 kilometers away right now from the peloton. Jump back to the peloton here. You can just get a quick look at them. We'll go to Pauline here. Again, riding through the countryside. They will be turning left just up ahead here. Let's stick with them for a bit. Yes, today Pogacar has ridden the Vuelta. Oh, he has ridden it. He participated in the Vuelta. Okay, so it's been a while. He does say he wants to go back, and he did say it was in his program this year. Just the way he kept saying, I really want to ride La Vuelta, I thought, has he ridden it? So it's been quite a while, I think. So here's my question, Tony. Was that the only time he's done it? Because I think UAE now, guys, I love La Vuelta. I think it's equally as tough, if not tougher, than the Tour de France. But all the eyeballs are on the Tour de France. They don't want him getting distracted doing all the Grand Tours. He has to win the Tour de France every year. Here's that hard turn I was talking about through this town. Just a total change in direction from easterly to southerly now. Watching this group here. So I guess he won 3 stages in 2019. Finished 3rd overall. It was his first Grand Tour and the last... Okay, so Tony, you already answered my question. The last one. Yeah, so maybe that's why he kept saying, I really want to do a La Vuelta, because it's been 6 years now. Yeah, I remember back when teams wouldn't let a younger riders finish tour. There'll be room for the young riders jersey, it should be for 19-year-olds now. Checking out Marion Bonnell here for Team Visma. Looks sitting on the back of the peloton with one of her teammates. Look like they're fueling right now. Juan Asuda rode the Giro d'Italia. Okay, Siori's ridden it. He dropped out of crashing a couple times. Oh, the bee sting. I do remember that now. So John Dave Brickrang, how does Marion Voss do? Marion Voss is in 1st place overall, dude. Sitting in the peloton. Voss is in the peloton, 141 back from our front 2 leaders here. They're 1.23 kilometers up the road. Still working well together. And I'm looking for them to go through the sprint point. Unless I've already missed it. Yeah, you're right, Alviso. She's 30 years old and still hanging with the very best young cyclists. Michael here saying to Jason Mance. Okay, so Jason must have been talking about a big ride. 6 hours on an indoor trainer's... Oh, absolutely, dude. So everyone that... Because there are people like, oh, inside cycling's not the same. It's not as hard, blah, blah. Go sit inside for 6 hours. Prepare to have your brain melt. It's strange because you have all the comforts of home. You have all the conveniences. You can have stacks of water bottles. You could jump off your bike quick and grab a bottle in 20 seconds from like a mini fridge in your workout room. You can have stacks of food there. It's easier in that sense. But just sitting on that bike... And I guarantee you it's a lot tougher on your undercarriage. You're not out of the saddle as much. You never get to rest outside of like a huge hill on one of the platforms where you can coast down. On the flats, you are not coasting at all. You will grind to a halt. 6 hours, dude, is massive on an inside trainer. I think my longest is probably 3 hours and 15 minutes. Don saying he can't coast on a spin bike. Okay. And the chat just jumped again here. 71 people watching. Good to see everyone here. Jason saying, nope, most wear bib shorts. Really uncomfortable over a long period. Okay, so I'm not sure if you're answering to... I only wear bibs. Nature breaks, don't know anything about it. The shorter races help. You can have no nature breaks in a 4-hour race. That's true, you could do that. So maybe that's why they do it too. Like, I don't know. But I did think about that too. Ruvia's real roads, you're not going around the same place. Just pick anywhere in the world and go. Yeah, that's true, Jason. So, Jason, I ride all the platforms. I've been on Ruvi over 3.5 years now. So I've seen all the updates. I've seen all the changes. I've seen the improvements. Yeah, just kind of ride everything now. So Ruvi, but I'd still call Ruvi closed world. It's real video, guys, with avatars on the screen. Avatars look decent. I don't think they look great. They seem a bit janky at times, but you are seeing video of real world locations. So you will, if they filmed it before a race, you'll see the race fans there. So that's really cool. But Ruby, you can't turn at all. You cannot decide where you're going at all. Zwift is very closed world, but you have full control to take turns wherever you feel like it. My whoosh is the same. Okay, so they're showing the chase group coming through here. Lorena Vibas was the first through the sprint point there. So she'll get 17 points there. And looks like Marianne Vos was in the 4th position. Second out of that chasing group. She'd get 15 points. My whoosh has routes you can ride and it'll auto steer you. You can steer as well. My problem was we always had trouble with steering on my whoosh. Yeah, so it was just Marianne and Lorena Vivas that went after the sprint. Really wasn't a sprint, just a quick acceleration. Training Peaks Virtual, you can turn. Bike Terra, you don't turn per se. You don't pick road, but you have access to virtually any road in the world. Any road. Zwift, it's a built-in world. That's what you get. My whoosh, it's a built-in world. That's what you get. Training Peaks, built-in world. That's what you get. Ruby, you have a selection of a ton of courses, but they don't have everything. And Bike Terra has a ton of routes as well. Some even have steering, so you can steer during races. And I can see what Jason's here. You're not going around the same places. I kind of like the steering at times. Yeah, I like both. I like both. Some people are like, I can't look at the graphics. It hurts my eyes. It looks like cartoons. Have you ever watched cartoons with your kids? Have you ever watched an animated movie? It doesn't look like a real movie. It's just different. I can ride any of them. Graphics on my whoosh are incredible, but you need a high-spec machine to run it properly. Tony C. Talking about peeing. Okay, so this was Faulkner talking about peeing. I just pulled over, and you just jump off to the side of the road. You pull your bibs down. It's just butts out. The follow cars are passing. No one cares. Okay, so they do it. Kim LaSalle's off to work. Kim, thank you for being here. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, she's off to a group ride. Awesome stuff. Kim, let us know how that goes tomorrow. I need some updates from you tomorrow. Where are you group riding tomorrow? Magliola, Giulio. I'm not sure what you're saying right here. Probably asking for a race status update. Oh, the Beast Think to One came from Yates and the Team Visma Lisa Bike Beehive. Good one there. We've got Sabra here saying hi, everyone. Dream Team. Yes, they do nature breaks, and the controversial nature break of Movistar versus SD Works in 2023. There's two sides to that. Movistar said they already plan to attack during the moment. Oh, okay. So it's just the same as men's racing. Hey, dudes, let's take a nature break. Actually, I think Taddy got attacked during this year's Tour de France. He was off the back for a nature break, and there was a team that attacked. But yeah, maybe it was planned. Hey, at kilometer 48, we're attacking no matter what. We think there's going to be crosswinds. And if the leader of the race or some other dude says, oh, I got to really pee really bad, I'm just going to pull over here quick. I don't think the other riders need to ask permission. Maybe it's already planned and they don't want to tell people, oh yeah, oh, you want to take a nature break? Well, actually, we're going to attack in a kilometer, so now we're not going to because you need to pee. Just go. SD Works of using the same nature brake. Okay, I gotcha. Sheila Newman, back in the day, I had a VW camper with drum brakes, and I would not recommend the mounts to anyone, that's for sure. Yeah, it's the same as those old Mustangs. They're horrendous. Get new brakes on them. I love old cars. This is one of those ones where people say all the time, oh, old stuff's always better, bro. It's always better. Like old cars. And I'm like, okay, dude, I agree with you a little bit. They look way cooler. They are cool, but they don't drive as good. There's no way they drive as good. Old cars, their brakes, the steering, the suspension, it's just kind of garbage. So I like that new retro stuff. Rich saying wish he still had his VW bus. Every time we see them here, and there's not a lot, those new VW buses. There's a petrol version, gasoline version, gas version. It's not like I'm from the UK or anything. And they have a full electric version. I told Joey to get one. She's thinking about a new car. That water bottle jersey the rider had with 6 bottles on the back was cool. Yeah, they will haul tons of bottles up there. Still 2 riders off the front, guys. Let's bounce back up to them. We're down to 760 meters here. And this is probably the best way to view it, guys. They are going through a really forested area, and they break out into the open pretty quick. That's just slightly, okay, that's actually slightly behind. So they're back into forested area here. Going through that. I always have to kind of sync up that this is live what you're seeing. I really hope you're seeing this. Yeah, this is live what you're seeing. And my video is slightly delayed. Okay, just jump right back in there. I don't want to lose sync with that here. Going down -1% gradient, so their speed should kick up here. The mule has to be strong. Sometimes they actually have like a kind of like a water bottle jersey. It's like a slip-on vest. You'll see they'll put the vest on, and it's got slots for all the bottles. Generally, they use that on extremely hot days where they got to go up there with like 9-10 bottles. Pass out bottles to everyone. So remember too, that sprint point I think came at 86 kilometers. We've got a hill climb at category 4 at 102 kilometers. It was 110 kilometers. And then why don't we go take a look at that for a second here. We'll jump into that quickly. Yeah, there it is. So we'll come back here for a little bit right here. 29 kilometers to the finish, so that will be right around 110 kilometers. It's a 130 kilometer course. It's only 900 meters at 5.4%. We passed the sprint point. I think riders are going to want to start attacking here. Catch that 2-rider breakaway. It's 58 seconds now. Launch over the top of this category 4, and then you've got 20 kilometers to the finish. They're all capable of doing that. We'll hang out here for a little bit. Actually, I do want to see race radio, see if they've got any more. So VBiz did win intermediate sprint. Really wasn't a sprint. And really not a lot of info here from website, radio, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to catch up here. So frustrating to get this front TV shot and not able to identify the riders. Yeah, when they've got the motorbike 50 meters ahead of them and then they're zoomed in, you can't tell who's who. But good thing today I was told that Chloe likes to wear her pink shoes with the short shorts. She's easy to spot now. Go Tota. Yeah, exactly, Don. How does one pull the bibs down without taking off their top? I don't understand. I have bibs and shorts but prefer bibs. Fellow gear is good. Guys, I only wear bibs. I think when I got back into cycling, I had a couple of pairs of shorts. They're gone. Like, just wearing bibs to me, if you get a good set of bibs, I probably have, just looking up there, I think I have about 10 jerseys. I got more coming right now. Slow boat from China, and literally slow boat from China. And I bet you I have 8 or 9 sets of bibs. I think once you try them, it's like, why would I wear the other ones? After a long ride, it honestly feels like you're wearing a diaper, wearing shorts. They never feel high and tight. I like it high and tight, guys. Does anyone remember the Tommy Dumoulin at the Giro d'Italia where he had diarrhea and he had to make an emergency stop on the side of the road? So we call that doing a Dumoulin. So think about that. Next time your guts are a little bit growly and you're trying to get home, you might be doing a Dumoulin. Yeah, so he actually, I saw him take his jersey off. He was like pulling over, unzipping to get his jersey off to drop the bibs. I'll tell you a story. I did a group ride. I think it was a Cozumel ride. So it's a 91, no. I think it's an 80-kilometer loop on the island of Cozumel. This is over on Ruvi. I organized the group ride. So I was the group leader. It was early in the morning, and I had to go to the bathroom really bad. Needed a nature break quick. I ran to the bathroom, and I was struggling with my zipper to get it down because I needed to take the bibs down to do the nature break to come back. I got back on the bike, and I was within a couple seconds. If you stop for too long, you get teleported. If you get teleported in Ruvi, so the group ride wants to keep you together. If you get teleported, you do not get credit for doing the ride. And what's the credit of doing the full ride? it's like coins. What do you do with the coins? You buy stuff. So whilst everyone else got like 900 and something coins, I ended up getting like 100 and something. All because a nature break. They need to get rid of that. Wish there were more wool options available in bibs and jerseys. Dude, there's probably someone making it. Some high-end manufacturer. Faulkner did not mention it, but maybe she was... Tony C., every time I see them, like at the tour buses, they're all in sports bras. We've got a Fennec DeCoinic rider here at the back. Looks like she's trying to ditch her musette bag. And we also have a Canyon SRAM rider back here, getting to her team car, grabbing a bottle. Yeah, so the Fennec rider, Alpin DeCoinic... Fennec... I can't even say it. DeCoinic. I'm trying to throw extra names there. She's got a musette bag. She needs to ditch it. And, yep, they took it. Phoenix. I should say Phoenix. I think it's Phoenix. Phoenix. Let's say Phoenix. Ditched off her musette bag. Doesn't want to get fined for dumping it in the non-dump zone. Getting back onto the peloton now. Let's see what our gap is here. 1 minute 8. So, guys, they pulled away a little bit. These two riders up front know if they can get over this Category 4 first, there's only 2 and 1 points available. In the polka dot jersey right now, Chabet has 10 points, and there's no one in that front group that can steal these points from her. Sarah Martin here, 9th place. She was in the breakaway yesterday. Francisca Koch. Oh, hang on a second, you guys. Hang on a second. That is Francisca Koch in that breakaway. She's only got 1 point, though. She's in 7th place with 1 point for Team Picnic Post NL. German rider with the German champions jersey on, so sometimes it's hard for me to figure out who that is. So at most, another rider can get 2 points today. No one can touch Elise Chabet's QOM polka dot jersey today. Jump back here. Yeah, so here's how the points went. The two leaders got 25 and 20 points. VB's got 17. Voss, 4th, exactly what I said. The rest here all followed in. See, Demi got 6 points. The climber here, I think her name's Justine, got 4 points. Wollaston from yesterday. Yeah, this rider here, I think she got 3rd place overall yesterday in that sprint. A. Wollaston, I forget her full name. Kim Lacourt got 11 points. Jump back in here. Going back to Bike Terror real quick, guys. 76 watching. How do cyclists drink water in race? Dude, they got water bottles. Lots of water bottles. Probably an event like this, they're probably going to go through, I would say they probably at least a bottle and a half per hour. Maybe 2 bottles per hour they're consuming. I know they go through tons of bottles. Yeah, number 13 always wears one of her numbers upside down, which is funny. Yeah, riders wearing, and 1 is usually the team leader for those that don't know. Yeah, so if your team, it always starts, so team number 1, first rider, GC leader generally will be rider 1. So for UAE, Pogacar, he'll be rider number 1. Then it'll go 2 through 8. There's only 8 riders allowed on a Tour de France team right now. Actually, I think that's across all world tours now for men. It used to be 9. The women are doing 7. So team 1 here will be 1 through 7. Team 2 will be 11 through 17. Team 3 will be 21 through 27. Then you can kind of get an idea because some of the jerseys are so crazy. The team jerseys, this jersey, that jersey. You'll be looking at teammates. One's in a pink jersey and one's in a white jersey. Take a look at their numbers too. That can kind of help you figure it out. Oh, that's some good stuff. That is some good stuff right there. But yeah, so when they flip that number 13 upside down, then you start thinking it's the team leader because the 1's there. Yeah, lots of water bottles. You can see them always taking them, always throwing them away. Trying to throw them to the fans if they can so they don't get penalized. Guys, let's jump back into our favorite little application here. We'll get into the Bike Terra. Get it loaded up. It's under a kilometer now. I do want to keep it here. Before I do that, I want to see how far we are. Ooh, we're very, very close to the sprint point, guys. Sorry, to the KOM point. KOM is at 29. Okay. Polka Dot Jersey Point QOM is at 29.1 kilometers, and our leaders are at 30.19 kilometers to the finish. So we're just over 1 point something kilometers, 1.7 kilometers till they hit that point. So they're probably going to sweep those points up unless the peloton comes really hard now. Average speed 45k an hour. This is a faster stage than yesterday. Definitely a faster stage. Temperature's heating up, 25 degrees Celsius. Okay. Okay, just reading some stuff here. I'm going to jump to Bike Terra now. Have a peek. I like showing it off because I know there's people coming in and out. And they might bump just... Yeah, the lead's coming down quick right now. That might be because the riders up front are on the climb and the riders behind are on the flats. Let's get to those two front riders and see when... Yeah, you can see the climb coming up. Hopefully this populates in quick. This is taking a little bit here. I'm not sure why. So obviously it shouldn't look like that. So this looks correct. But up ahead, it's having some troubles drawing the data in right now. Let me... Oh, and you're not even looking at it, so I can mess around with this here and get this fixed up for you guys. Waiting for this to populate in. Road does wind a little bit here. Yeah, I wonder why that is. Let me figure this out, guys. What I can do here maybe is I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to bring this down. There we go. Got it fixed now, guys. Let's get back to it here. Boom. There you go, guys. I just tweaked the draw distance there. You can see they are climbing here. They're on a 6% gradient here climbing. You're going to see the distance between the two groups come down fast now. That's because one group's climbing at a low speed. The group that's chasing is still on the flat. And they are moving a lot quicker right now. So 7% gradient through here, two riders together. We'll jump back to the peloton here. And you can see the climb beginning here. They'll be climbing up this hill right here. It snakes to the right and then takes a left. Comes up this ridgeline here and you can see a building at the top. Go back to our leaders. Here's that same building I was talking about. We just got a little bit of clip in here, guys. Maybe I'll have to stay away from these guys for now. Something about those front two riders, it's not drawing in as quick. Seems like the back group is perfect. So all the hitters are here. Marianne Voss, Luna Vebes, Kasia Niodoma, Kim Lacourt. Let's just watch them go up the climb. Again, now they're on the 5-6% gradient. So they brought it down to within 400 and something meters. Once they get over the top, there will be a little bit of a downhill. So that gap will grow again. Just keep your eye on that. See, it's at 393 meters right now. That's just the rubber band effect going on. Looks like we hit about a max gradient so far, what I'm seeing, about 7%. Actually, I think it might get steeper than that. Here's 9. I'm looking at the profile on the bottom. There's a slightly darker colored purple. Darker the color. Okay, so something's going on here with the data they're receiving because this happened for the leaders before. Okay, we got some bad data points here, guys. So I'm going to jump out of this. The chase is on, though. I'll come back here now until we get through that data area there. And we'll look at the bubbles here. So you can see they're really close on them now. The front two did get through there. They're probably working together here. It's 2 points for the Movistar rider, Anna Vittoria. Franziska Koch gets 1 point. They're trying to work together to get away now. They've got 20 kilometers to go at this point. Sorry, 28 kilometers to go at this point. We saw Tim Wellens go on a 43-kilometer attack. What stage was that? Stage 18 at the men's stage Tour de France? 95 watching, thank you so much. If you're brand new here, drop a like. Say, introduce yourself, please. Oh, Amber Crack. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's an FDJ rider, FDJ Suez rider. She was riding with Demi yesterday after Demi crashed. Amber Crack. I'm still rooting for Demi. Speaking of the teams, let's take a look. let's take a look at the teams here. Teams, FDJ Suez here. That is bright. This would be this rider here, Amber Crack right here. So I'm wondering if they went, when they have them in the pictures here, Demi would be the number 1 rider. This would be 11 rider, 12 rider. Is that correct? 13, because Amber Crack is the number 13 rider. 14 then would have been Juliet. It is Juliet, isn't it? Juliet Labousse. Yeah, it is number 14. It says right there. So their pictures are in the order. Number 13. Okay. I answered my own question. Elise Chabet, number 12, is the QOM at the moment. You'll see here the Demi will be number 11. So if you ever come into this stuff here, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, the other team might start at 21 and do the same progression. Oh, and it was this rider yesterday, Ali Wollaston. It's Ali Wollaston. I think she got 3rd overall in yesterday's stage. I want to take a look at that myself. This is just for my knowledge. Yesterday, it was Ali Wollaston for FDJ Suez. Right there at the finish with the big hitters. So she had a really nice sprint finish there yesterday. And then we got the American rider. Someone was saying shout out to M. Jastrab yesterday. Megan Jastrab getting 4th place overall. There was an EF rider right there. So it was the EF rider that led them out forever yesterday. And that is individual stage ranking yesterday, guys. Go back to stage 4 here. Wow, we're already on stage 4 of the Tour de France FEMMES. Let's see what the gap's like now. 56-second lead, guys. While you guys are here, I'll jump back and see if we got our data fixed up. And now it's looking good. There was something weird at the top there. I'm going to say when I saw that for both groups, probably some corrupt data somewhere in a file. That's the best way I can describe that. One rider off the back of the peloton here. Just one. Christine Schweinberger. So something's happened to her. We'll get that all sorted out. And I'm going to come back here and drop you guys in here right now. Everything looks perfect again here. So I think before I saw that stuff that wasn't rendered in. And then it happened to the peloton too. So there's a bit of a corrupt file there. Just data coming from somewhere. So here's our front 2. They're now 861 meters ahead. Remember, they had that downhill to get away. You can see the profile on the bottom of the screen. That little bold white line, vertical line, that's the location of these riders. They're still descending downhill right now. Actually, they're going to kick up a little bump right now. Christine Schweinberger, Phoenix de Koenig, now getting a bike swap at the back. That's what it is. She hands her bike to a lady sitting on the side of the road. That they got their white picnic chairs sitting out on the side of the road, flying flags of France there. I love it. It looks like someone's grandma. She's got the long flowery dress on. You could just imagine it, right? So they were under 400 meters on the climb as these 2 riders were cresting the climb. The peloton's chasing. Peloton slowed. These riders take off. I'm actually going to do this again now. Going to change my view distance to high now, not even maximum. I did that before thinking that might help me, and it did, but there were still those clip-in points there. So you can see here, take a look at the bottom right-hand side. Just get an image of that map in your head right now, how that looks. Now, so they're getting to that big curve in the road above that symbol, that's the road sign there that says D910. Just starting that. Let's see where the peloton is right now. Let's jump to Marianne. Ooh, they're not that far, guys. They are not that far. They are just a little bit away from starting that same curve. Of course, I'm cheering for the breakaway, as usual. This is where fully biased Colin engages. Dawn's still rooting for Demi. Yeah, me too. Overall, I'm rooting for Demi. Sheila's saying antlers. Antlers. What does that mean, Sheila? Robert, by far my favorite part about FEMMES, 100 watching now, guys. Thank you so much. I think we can always get 100 concurrent viewers watching Tour de France FEMMES. Guys, if we want to see the ladies racing more, we got to give them more coverage. We got to follow them more. It's the only way. If the numbers are down, they're probably seeing the same numbers. So what I'm seeing, I got 102 right now. The Tour de France organizers. They can watch the views on their subscription sites, their streaming sites, and if they're not getting the views they need to make it profitable, they won't do this anymore. They won't cover it. They'll show less coverage. That's why we're missing the first hour of every day. Maybe they just know, hey, the beginning hour of the day, we got 10% of our views. The last hour, we're getting 80% of our views. Let's just show the last hour. Then we're never going to see any women cycling. We're going to miss all the fun stuff out there. So if you can, get in here, tell your friends, drop a like if possible, because that like it's not like I'm like, oh, I got 108 likes today or something. I just know that video will then be suggested on YouTube to someone else who might be just getting into cycling. And maybe they're a young lady, maybe they're a 14-year-old sitting at home and their dad rides bikes or something. And they want to do it, but they want to see other girls do it, other young women do it. This is the kind of stuff they need to see, that it's possible. I love it. Okay, so it's 830 meters now from the peloton up to our front two riders. Out in the countryside again, guys. Out in the countryside again. We will be going through some cities here. Actually, it gets quite built up for this last run in here. We do pop out into the countryside again. I think I can show you some cool features here on Bike Terra. Kind of flat through here. Generally, this is just farmland here, guys. Antlers. So I'm still trying to figure out what she was. 113 now. Thank you so much, guys. Let's build this up, baby. I guess the next big goal, I think a few days ago we hit 138. We got to get through 200. We got to get through 200. My ultimate dream is to do what the men did, the men's Tour de France. That number is a big one, guys. We got to call the reinforcements in for that one. I think there was 1,500 people watching at the same time. Okay, anyways, Robert. Yeah, Robert said this at least 2 or 3 times now. By far, my favorite part about FEMMES is all the little girls watching the race. Hope they get nice race bikes for the birthday. Exactly. Yes, and Robert here. An old lady's helping the bike changes is pretty cool too. Yeah, that cyclist, whoever that was, I said her name, Christine Schweinberger. Hopefully she's back with the peloton now. She is off the back still. She is off the back. Let's let that populate in there. I shouldn't have jumped that far, I don't think. We'll jump back up to Pauline. So something about Christine's data back there. So Christine Schweinberger took her bike, and there was an old lady sitting there. I don't know how old she was. She looked like an older lady to me. The long dress, flowery, grayish hair, those white picnic chairs. You know the ones that always the legs break and crack? Those ones. She just handed her bike straight to the old lady. Like as if that old lady was part of the team. And the old lady took it from her. Then they came over with the new bike. Dude takes the bike. Ooh, it's windy here, guys. It is windy here. I'm seeing some strong winds through here. Let's take a look at the course here and see how this is going to throw things off. Now look, I'm going to have to figure out the wind direction here. We do take a sudden turn of direction from this easterly direction that they're on right now. This is the peloton. This is GC peloton. Okay, these two riders out front are still heading easterly, but then we go to the southwesterly direction. Winds may come into play here. I'm looking for flag directions here on the road, trying to get it figured out. That flag was like a, full blast outwards. That had to be at least a 20 to 25 an hour wind. Got to keep looking at that there. Here's our front two riders. Jump back to Marianne here with the GC. And I do want to see if this works to Christine. So I think this has got something to do with Christine's data point here. Okay, so it's just a really bad laggy data point coming in there. I really hope she's that close to them. I would love to see this. So looks like we got a data lag from Tour de France, and to me it looks like the entire group's coming back. Is this Christina? Oh, it's Christina. Sorry, Christina. Christina Schweinberger for FDC. Okay, yeah. So apparently she's back in with the group. I will jump away in a little bit and have a quick peek at that. Two riders still working really strong together at the front right now. And I'm still looking for more flag direction. So I'm honestly looking at the video feed over here, and I'm looking for flags that spectators and fans have up on the side of the road. Come on, guys, I need some crazy flags. Nothing yet. We'll get back to that. Get back to the chat. Can't say that about F1. Yeah, it's probably like the fans helping out. Oh, the antlers, Sheila. Yes, that dude. So he's been... Oh, we got a picnic rider down at the back. Picnic Post NL. Looks like her name is Ninka Verka. She's hurt. I mean, she's squatted down in pain. She's trying to radio the team. Looks like we got a normal dude on the side of the road in orange, probably for traffic furniture protection. So she went down in that traffic furniture. I'm seeing a replay of it now. Yeah, they come out of a roundabout, hard left, and there's traffic furniture right there. I'm trying to see. Oh, she goes down ahead. About 50 riders caught behind her. I think there might have only been one rider go down, though. Getting pushed back on her bike now. Hang in there. Super tough ladies out here, guys. Super tough ladies. I always say if I go down at 50K an hour, I'm quitting. Right, Sheila, antlers. So is... On the hill there was the guy wearing the antlers on a football helmet. I think he was out the entire Tour de France men's as well. So this guy is a diehard fan. Kind of freaks me out with those antlers. Like if he trips and he's beside those cyclists, they're going to get entangled in those antlers. So it's cool, but I'm a little bit nervous about it. R. Stanley, I'm having PTSD post-tour stage depression. Dude, R. Stanley, that's why you're here, man. That's why you're an important member of this community. We just keep it going. We got the FEMMES. We got other stuff coming up very quickly, guys. I'm going to see how I'm going to be able to do it. There's several stage races before La Vuelta. They're shorter stage races. Denmark, Poland, Arctic Trail Race. These are all World Tour events too, so you're going to see all the same riders again. This is for the men. I'm quickly learning that they're not running the men's and women at the same time. So the Vuelta Feminine, that's already happened. I think they run that early in the year. Men's Vuelta, late in the year. I did learn last night too. I don't even know what year it was because I was falling asleep. I did know this. The Vuelta used to be in the spring. At one point, the Vuelta and the Giro, according to this book I'm listening to, were only 4 days apart. So, they always talk about the Giro Tour double, the this double. That. I think the Vuelta Giro double in the old days might have been the hardest. Because you had basically just a couple days off to recover to get ready for the next 3-week tour. I'm going to look back and see when that all changed. Yeah, and then we got the Vuelta, guys. R. Stanley, it's not that long away. What are we at right now? It's July 29th. We start La Vuelta August 29th. It's 25 days away. It's 3.5 weeks, and we're back to World Tour men's action at La Vuelta. Harder climbs, harder race courses than the Tour de France. I think it's slightly shorter this year, but I haven't checked the climbing for sure, but tougher climbs. As soon as you mention the Angleroo, that's pretty much the hardest climb they're going to do. That makes the Alpe d'Huez look pretty easy. And the Alpe d'Huez is tough. It's 21 switchbacks. I think it's 1,053 meters of climbing, over 14 kilometers. The Angleroo is way harder than that. Way harder. Lawrence E. here. Oh, Dream is hoping for echelons. Me too. Dream, I love echelons. I absolutely love echelons. I'm seeing the peloton really, really stretched out here, guys. Really stretched out. We're probably under 16 kilometers to go right now. Everything's absolutely flying here. So let's welcome Lawrence E aboard. Lawrence, where are you from, dude? Just found your channel. Nice to find someone doing Femme Tour live chat. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm doing. Can't show you the video because I don't want my channel taken down. If you're finding the video and you're not paying for it, those channels get taken down. Joey Jojo, that's my wife. She goes, who are these people disliking your video? I'm like, those are the people that come on board and think I'm going to provide them a free video. Guys, if the channel gets big enough, maybe I can get access to some of these feeds. Because you can. I'm nowhere near that, though. I'm not a big thing. I'm Mr. Independent here. And I think I'm always going to stay that way. I don't want to be a big one with a fake studio in the background. Guys, I watch the same stuff, and it's kind of just my opinion, I kind of cringe when I watch it. When they're, they're pretending they're like in a broadcast studio. Well, they probably are. And they're doing like a newscast or CNN or something. I'm rough around the edges, and that's how it's always going to be. Vibes update from JB Santos here in the GC Peloton, looking sweet as usual. Lorena Vibes, yeah, wow. She's a standout superstar to me. So yeah, Lawrence E., let us know where you're from, dude. What you're seeing right now, too, if you don't know, this is a cycling application called Biketerra, and it's allowing me to show you the groups that are out there in the field. Let's just bounce back to the other stuff for now. We're going to bounce back and get some time checks here. I get distance over on Biketerra. So yeah, guys, we got Coach Koch and Ana Vittoria here, Brazilian rider for Movistar. They've been in a break for a very long time. These are the courageous riders of the day right here. Working well together, grimacing on their faces right now. They've got a 43-second lead over the Peloton, 138 riders, and then we got some stragglers. Schweinberger, who did the mechanical with the old lady on the side of the road. Dude, if I was able to sit there and have a pro cyclist pass me her bike and get to hold it for 20 to 30 seconds, I would have given him a quick fist bump. And yeah, that would have made my day. We've got Valentina Caviar here from Arkea B&B Hotels. Okay, and the group's changed on me. Ninka Vinke, we saw her have a mechanical earlier, I think. Ooh, how do you say that name? I need a Spanish speaker here. Araso Lassa is easy, but how do you say that? I'm not sure. I'm going to call her, I'm not sure for now. Call her Lassa for now. So that's the group of two at the back there now. Let's take a look at the bubbles here. We will get back to Biketerra shortly. That's how it's looking, guys. We're coming for our last approach in. Still looking for wind direction. Visma sitting strong at the front. Such a presence at the front here. Visma and FDJ there. I think, what's hard too is that FDJ wears helmets that look almost identical to Visma. Have a look at the camera if you've got a feed up. See if you can see that. I'll try to show you later. Yeah, this is stage 4, dude. Stage 4. So that's JP Santos coming in. Okay, let me just back up, you guys. So Lawrence C. just found the channel. Dude, welcome aboard. We've got 107 watching now, guys. We need to grow this to support women's cycling. Likes and stuff like that. Give it the thumbs up. Other people will see this later today. They'll realize that I'm doing this. They'll realize the style that I do it in. They'll understand, like, oh, wow, we can get involved in the chat. So if you're watching this later today, you're watching this in the future. This is Colin from the past speaking to you right now. When you start your application, when you start YouTube up, go to your settings or whatever, and you have to select live chat replay. Otherwise, it won't show up there. So you'll kind of get a gist as to what the heck it is I'm talking about. You'll get to see all the cool comments that are in here from all the knowledgeable cycling fans. Trying to catch up, guys. So yeah, Lawrence C., thanks for being here. Let us know where you're from. Vibes is getting queued up due to win another stage. Alviso here. Vibes versus Voss in first. Oh, really? Dream here saying Schweinbergen has a twin in Roland. Okay, I'll take a look. I'm not sure if she's in the race or not, but maybe a twin on that team. This is stage 4. Stage 5, it starts getting tough, guys. Vibes in green with her team working at the front of the peloton. If she loses today, that would be an upset. Yeah, she should win this stage today. She really should. She's far and away the best sprinter, but I think it's amazing that Marianne Voss can sit right there with her. Yep, 25 days till we start La Vuelta a España. Guys, I'll probably do a preview show. If you guys are interested in that, just let me know. Yeah, I really think that FDJ and Visma need to wear different colored helmets. And from the men's tour, Visma always wears a yellow helmet outside of Wout, who wears the Red Bull helmets. Jonas wears his Danish helmets. But FDJ are rocking yellow helmets in their black and slightly bit of bluish kit. So when I see them, okay, I see. The Visma team has more of a solid yellow blotch here, and you can really see the black ventilation stripes on the FDJ teams. Okay. Got that all figured out. At least I think I do. SD works sitting over on the left-hand side too. And this is Futuros. Oh no, this is Pointers. Oh, it is Futuroscope, so they're showing it now. I don't know what Futuroscope is, but I think it's like a kind of like a technological park to see things in the future. However, this place is old now, so I don't know how futuristic it is anymore. Maybe it's all outdated. It looks really cool. Guys, where are we at right now? I wonder how technical this part is through here. Take a look at this. Some high-speed bends coming up. A roundabout right in the middle of the screen there. Down along the river. That'll be a high-speed corner there. Ooh. This bridge crossing is probably super important right here. Remember, Demi crashed yesterday at coming off the bridge. This might be close enough to the end here. You're probably going to want to need to be in the lead. Front 25% of the peloton at this point here crossing the bridge. And definitely at this last left-hand bend, you better be right at the very front if you're going to contest this today. Guarantee you we're going to see Lorena Vibes right at the front all the way through here. Hopefully later we can see how she does it for everyone. So let's take a look. 25 days to go to La Vuelta, guys, to join me for that. Thanks, Alvi, JP Center. If she lost today's stage, she has no chance. No, she can still win. Lawrence, I'm from Utah. Lots of mountains here. SLC bike infrastructure is improving. A long way to go. I'm a bike commuter, not so much a group ride guy right now. Okay, cool, dude. Dude, I barely do. I do group rides virtually inside with my friends who are all over the world. I don't do group rides outside anymore. If I was to go outside today, totally solo. Generally, I ride solo inside too. Go Tota. That's from Maggioli Giulio. Brazilian on fire. New dude here. Ryoko Halil, who is leading, sir. 2 riders in the break right now. Let's see what their time gap is now, guys. 31 seconds back. They got 10.8 kilometers to go. Peloton can easily reel them back if they want. It all depends how much the Peloton messes around, and also the 2 escapees. If they start looking at each other, it's over. Aldrin Laguna here, who's leading, sir. Mariana Voss is in the first in GC, so I think she has a chance. Oh, yeah, dude, Alviso. Mariana Voss is finished, I think, in the top 10 every day. Let's do that for you. I can show you all her finishes right here. Mariana Voss. So I keep saying Mariana. Let's look at her record. After 3 stages, you can see here. Stage 1, she finished first. Stage 2, she got a 5th. Stage 3, she got a 2nd. Never out of the top 10. That's the best way to look at that stuff. We can also look at Kim Lacourt. Her record. So 2nd, 3rd, and then she was 33rd that one day, yesterday, because of the crash. She was too far back in the peloton. I said it right before it happened. I said she's 50th or 60th right now. She needs to move up, get out of the danger zone. It happened. She got delayed. I don't think she even touched the ground. Let's take a look at Pauline here. She must have got hung up in the crash yesterday, or the delay of the crash. 3rd, 8th, and 42nd. Lorena Vibes, her record's going to be really impressive. So 16 day 1, she wasn't in the sprint. Then she gets 2nd place. Then she wins the sprint. And she's probably going to win the sprint today, guys. Sprint stage. I think the first stage was technically a hilly stage, which would have hurt Vibes a little bit. More climbing in that stage. 9.4 kilometers to go, guys. UCI men's and women should improve their helmet game. We have so few ways to identify riders and teams. Helmets is distinctive. Yeah, they're wearing yellow helmets on kind of a black jersey team. Visma rides beside them in a black jersey with yellow. You know what I'm saying, Robert? From the motorbike that I'm looking at, it's very hard to tell. Lacourt will be in the main GC peloton right now, Aldrin. Thanks for being here. 117 watching, guys. That's great. Awesome numbers. Christian Hooten here. Can you show this in a way we can see how many kilometers left? Dude, right now you can see here, it should be on screen unless I've messed it up again. It's showing here right now we have 8.8 kilometers remaining. And I can also give you a graphical look at it here, more of a picture. Here's our finishing point in Poitiers. We're doing this long running here alongside the river, crossing through the town. There is at least 2 bridge crossings I can see. Actually, I'm seeing one back here as well. This one looks not bad. They do come through a roundabout, but I think this one down here could be sketch fill right here. Getting very close to the finish there. I would say they've got less than 9 kilometers to go. This crossing of the bridge here will be in the 3 kilometer zone. Now, I don't know for sure. Hopefully here someone knows. Do we have a 5 kilometer protection zone today? Is it always 5 kilometers? I couldn't get the answer in my head yesterday. Or does it change? I would say this is going to be a 5 kilometer because this is an all-out sprint stage. Our 2 riders out front, now down to 18 seconds. They will be caught. 7.9 kilometers remaining, guys. Back to this one here. What place is Weebies in? She's in the GC Peloton. This is Kurt Joshua. Hey, dude, welcome aboard here. Nice to have you. Bro, top 10. Who is leading, guys? This is Nane's Archer. We've got 2 riders out front. 2 riders out front are Coach and Anna Vittoria from Movistar. They've been on the breakaway for probably 2/3 of the day. They are just about to be gobbled up by the Peloton, and I call it the GC Peloton. I see someone, 100%, everyone's putting out the little hearts and stuff here. Let's give her, guys. Let's give her. Right now, 2 riders still out front. Guys, just so you know, let's try to have a look at this because the catch is going to be made right away. I'm going to throw Bike Terra on right away. If you're brand new, you're going to be like, what am I looking at? This is a virtual cycling app that's very lucky that we can actually track all the data of what's actually happening. So this is live, actually happening now. I'm watching the 2 riders up front. And I'm thinking that that data doesn't seem correct to me. I don't think the gap is 700. Well, let's have a look here. No, it is not 700 meters. This is going to be corrected here right away, guys, I think. That Peloton should be not that far behind. This is showing up really good, though. If you look at the map in the bottom right-hand corner, we should have a river beside us. And we do. So there's a river down below us here. That's the location of the Peloton. I'm wondering if this data is a little bit lagged out. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to jump away from that just quickly, and I'm going to fix that for myself just so I can see it all go down. I'm going to exit that because I think there's probably a 100-meter gap right now. And again, we have had super patchy data from the Tour de France this morning. Could that really be 700 meters gap? Possibly could be. Here, let me come back here. They're saying it's a 15-second gap. There's no way that's 700 meters. 15, 13-second gap. Take a look at the live tracking again. Ooh, I think they're getting to the bridge crossing soon. So they're going to come to the first bridge crossing right away, you guys. Let's stick here for now. Once I get this all figured out over here, I will flip this back on. Give this a quick sync. Guys, 2 riders out front, GC Peloton, reeling them back in very rapidly now. 115 watching. Smash the like button if you can, guys. I hate saying that, but just, especially saying smash it. Give me a little thumbs up. Take 1 second out of your day to give a thumbs up so that someone else sees this video later today. 117 now. Thank you so much. We do have Vinky off the back here. Yeah, they're still saying 650 meters, which I still find hard to believe. That data point, I think there's something slightly off with the data here, but you'll get it. You get the idea here. Here's 2 riders out back. They're about 60 meters back right now. These 2 riders here. Kristen Faulkner, I'm not sure. That looks like a data issue too. And we have had more riders going by. If you're brand new here, We did get word this morning that they're getting really patchy data from the Tour de France itself. This is not the application. This is Bike Terra. This is a cycling app that I use. And we got a crash. It is Kristen Faulkner here. Watching on video, Kristen Faulkner is down on the side of the road. She's lucky she didn't hit that wall there. Back on her bike immediately. Peloton's gone. She's lost already 150, 200 meters. So let me go back here. That was legit what I was seeing. Probably getting some patchy data again. She's not this far back yet. And I think that was just a Kristen Faulkner blunder. She's the only one that went down. Probably riding the curb and probably just caught her pedals. Or one of her wheels just too close to the curb and it just pulled the wheel out from underneath her. Actually, she stopped again now. So that is real now. According to this video feed, she's standing on the side of the road. I guess her bike is damaged. And going into this lead in here, she's more than 5 kilometers to the finish. She's outside the protection zone. This EF rider is losing time. Okay, guys, I'm going to jump up here now. Here's our leading group still. It's still saying they're out ahead. With a 700-meter gap, that's... no. Let me jump back here now and figure this out for you guys. Oh, okay, I wasn't showing it to you, so I'm glad about that. Let me jump back in here. See the dots now? I think well, maybe they are that far ahead. Yeah, here live, I'm watching it over here on this monitor. It's a 6 or 7 second gap. It's probably 100 meters in reality. Probably a 100-meter gap. And now take a look here. Now we're getting some good data. It looks like they're all back together now, guys. They're going to come up for a really brutal corner. Kristen Faulkner is finally getting her bike changed here from EF Oatly, the mechanics. So she tried to continue on. She's outside the 5-kilometer protection zone. So that will be a real-time loss. Actually seeing live feed, replay feed now of the Peloton pulling back the 2 riders. They're looking over their shoulders now. They're still going like they're going to get away. Still going like they're going to get away. Super hard corner coming up here. I'll be watching my feed over here to see if anything happens. I will jump back into Bike Terra so I can see this better myself. According to Bike Terra on the map here, yeah, this is perfect here. Perfect. They're all back together now, guys, with Kristen Faulkner being out back. I do want to jump back into this for you right now. And we'll go from there. They just came off the bridge crossing. And it showed the bridge back there. You might be able to even see it. Look in the distance. That's that bridge I was talking about. So this is the entire Peloton together outside of Kristen Faulkner, who is almost 2 kilometers behind them now. She is moving fast again now at 40k an hour. Problem now is she's going to lose even more time here because that front end of the Peloton will soon be doing 50, 55k an hour. Heading through the town here now. Dawn, no, looks like Kristen Faulkner had a full mechanical back there. She actually crashed. She was on the ground. If you look at Kim's cycling industry, is extremely impressive. She has only been pro since 2024. She's already doing that also. Yeah, I think I read something about this. This is from Andy here. She just tried it out and she was instantly good at it. Okay, the video here is actually showing the bridge crossing now. So my video is probably 30, 45 seconds back, guys. So once I get close to the finish, I'll jump out of here and I'll call the finish the way I see it. However well I can identify riders. This Peloton is like a big lump of riders, guys. It's not just the yellow jersey out front. SD Works on the front right now, driving hard. Probably a line of 10 riders pushing off front, and it is lumpy through town here. This is not a flat run-in. We'll head over here, look at the map in the corner. You really need to be at the front right here on this left-hand bend. We're actually going past, it looks like, I think it's the commercial business zone or something. You really want to be at the very front of the group here on the left-hand corner. Here's Marianne Voss, about 10th from the front. Lorena Vives already in 2nd place. Let's watch the world's best show you how it's done. Announcing a bunch more white jerseys. I'm probably 1,000 feet in the air watching the helicopter feed here on this, and that's slightly delayed. These riders are already getting ready to come to the left-hand bend I keep talking about. So we're going to stay here. How far? We're still 2.3 kilometers out. So, okay, so maybe this left-hand bend isn't as important as I thought. Still a 2 kilometer lead out. That will still give the sprinters a chance to get over. Lottie Kopecky on the front right now for SD Works. We got Lorena Vibas in second place, SD Works. Let me get this blown up a little bit so I can see things better here. Marianne Vos, look, Marianne Vos sitting in about 5th or 6th place here. Love this. Love seeing the world champion pulling on the front here. Another SD Works rider comes to the front. We got Movistar riders in the mix too. Marianne Vos sitting in about 5th place right now. The one, Kim LaCourte getting up there too. Getting into second wheel. Marianne Vos in third wheel. Vibas sitting in on about 4th wheel at the moment. R. Stanley, I think the highest I remember on a bike, I would probably be about 20 years old, 105 kilometers an hour, going down Cochrane Hill just out of Calgary, Alberta. As you can see, I am biased towards Kim, so I'll be rooting for her all. Yeah, dude, root for your favorites, dude. Let's root for the favorites. 146 watching now. Guys, I think we got a new record here over on Tour de France FEMMES for the women. Tour de France FEMMES, obviously women. We got an FDJ Suez rider just standing on the side of the road. So yeah, 105k an hour, that's about 65 miles an hour on a bike. You don't want a front wheel blowout on that one. Guys, going to the finish now. I'm going to actually back out of here so we can't see it. I don't want to see it. I'm going to watch from here. And I kind of want to talk about how I see it going down. So you guys should be looking at this right now. They're getting to the finish line right now, guys. They've actually crossed it. I can't see who won. Kim LaCourte sitting in second place. Marianne Vos in third place. Right behind Marianne is Lorena Vibas. Looks like we got a Canyon rider going up the right-hand side. I'm looking down from the helicopter, currently at 53k an hour. EF trying to come up. Ooh, getting squeezed against the barriers there. I'm waiting to see Lorena Vibas just pip out at the last second there and take the win. Uno X involved on the front here too, guys. Saw a nice little video about them yesterday. Here we go with the sprint lead out. Marianne Vos in second. Canyon going up the right-hand side. Lorena Vibas on it immediately. Instant explosive powers. Surges into first place, guys. Marianne Vos trying to go with her. Says we're doing over 50k an hour. I think we're higher than that. Marianne Vos coming beside her. Still about a half bike length back. 38 versus 26-year-old, guys. That's how good Marianne Vos is. She gets second today against a rider that's 12 years younger than her. But Lorena Vibas, very, very powerful rider. Extremely powerful rider. Let's take a look at this, guys. You'll see the winners now. Wow. Again, all the guys around. The guys are around, and the volunteers that are there that has watched the FEMMES. They're basically got a circle around her, and they're basically almost like holding hands so no one can come into her space. So they're there to protect her. Keep everyone away, keep the fans away, keep the photographers away. She's drinking a little mini bottle. Maybe it's super concentrated cherry juice. This looks like Lottie Kopecky just coming across the finish line. So she did her big pull and then pulled off. Bunches of riders coming in now. Marianne Vos in second. There will be time bonuses, guys. And check out this rider from UAE here. UAE Team ADQ. Oh, so that must have been the rider on the far right-hand side. There's Vibas on the far right, Marianne Vos, and there was a rider sneaking across from the left-hand side. Finally gets ahead of the Canyon rider. Slips in. Is that a Canyon rider? Could be wrong. Actually, looked like short shorts to me. That was a Canyon rider, wasn't it? It is her. It's Chloe Dygert was involved in that final sprint. I'm seeing pink shoes. In the overhead replay shots, from 1,000 feet up, I'm seeing, and it's zoomed in, I'm seeing she's wearing short cycling shorts. So she would have been there for 4th spot. Okay, they give her 5th. So these are the stage standings, guys, right now for stage 4. You can see here, stage 4, Tour de France FEMMES. Vibas, you deserve it. Hands down, the best sprinter out there. Hands down. Vos second. We've got Irish rider here. Lara Gillespie for UAE ADQ. So she came completely across the left-hand side and just slotted in right behind Marianne Vos. got in between that rider and Chloe Dygert. Gonna jump out again here. Great performance here by Eileen Janssen here for Volker Vessels. I think this is just a pro level team, not a World Tour team here. And then in 5th place, yeah. I didn't see her shoes at first. I saw her short shorts. Apparently she wears short shorts because of thigh injury she had, where basically her thigh was cut down to the bone. Guys, I learned all that from everyone here in the chat. I didn't know that. So yeah, fastest speed of the bike, about 105k an hour. R. Stanley, thank you again for contributing to the channel today. Really appreciate that support. It's awesome moving forward. I think a Canadian rounded out the top 10 there. I just saw a quick flag. I'll have to see who that is. So I could see Dygert's short shorts from the helicopter shot. Who got 10th place? Sarah Van Dam. Sarah Van Dam here from Canada. 24-year-old riding for Certezit. Good finish there for her. Lorena Vibas won. This is Aldrin. Expected her to win. Least but not last, thank you for covering this. You were doing a great job. Andy, thank you so much. Andy, where are you from again? Let us know. Everyone here, when you jump in, let us know where you're from. Do you ride bikes? How much cycling coverage do you want to see? Are you pumped up for La Vuelta? Do you ride inside? If so, I got a bunch of stuff on my channel, so you can go check it out. Aldrin, Vibas won. Marianne Vos was close. If I was to say, so basically Marianne Vos was able to get her front wheel, maybe a third over Vibas's wheel there. I mean, Marianne Vos is still a beast, going all out sprint. And then Lorena Vibas gives it the full Hulk. Roar, one of those. Hands in the air like that. I love it. Kristen Faulkner just crossing the finish line now. So I think she had just a little bit of a lack of inattention, and she crashed herself because no one else went down. I didn't see another foot down. Guys, why don't we do this quickly? I'll show you the route for tomorrow. It's going to start getting really juicy at the Tour de France Femmes here. Stage 5 tomorrow. Hilly. Let's see how early I get up tomorrow, guys. Oh, it's going to be Futuroscope tomorrow too, so that must be in the general area. Got 166 Ks, hilly, 2,000 meters of climbing. And as you can see here, ooh, this is a good one. I like this one here. We got a sprint point at 127 kilometers. Right after that, we got a category 4. So QOM points, polka dot jersey will be going off. 16 kilometers later, we got another climb, another category 4. Here's a key thing to notice here too. We got bonus time out on the course right before the final category 3 climb. Then we're also going to have bonus time at the finish. This is where you check this out. Check out the bonus sporting stakes. This Saint-Léger-les-Guéretois, it's the B in the yellow. There's 6:4 and 2 seconds of overall time reduction out there on the course, wedged in between these two climbs. At the finish line, there's more time bonuses, green jersey bonuses. It's all on tomorrow, guys. It's all on tomorrow. So check that out tomorrow. That's the race. I have no idea what time it is. 9:43 in the morning for me, so yeah, good 3 hours, 50 minutes streaming. Love it. Okay, check this out here. Robert's saying good job. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate your support. Vibas wins it. Lacourte there. Yeah, where was she? I saw her at the front at the beginning. And so here's the general ranking, all rankings today, stage ranking. I don't think Kim Lacourte she wasn't in the top 10 today. She was up front earlier on and probably just got schmozzled by the big crowd coming in. Kim Lacourte finished in 24th today. All same time, guys. They all get the same time. I'm going to finish up the chat here quickly. Chloe would have been second without the injury. Yeah, I could see that because she was in 4th place. And again, Dream, thank you for the short shorts info. That's a good trick to find her. I saw the short shorts from like that helicopter shot. It was so easy to see because it's kind of like looking down her back. And then when the camera came head on, I could see the pink shoes. I'm like, Canyon Rider, that's her. Much love from Oklahoma. Dude, R. Stanley, thanks again for the support today. Martin Garcia here. We got a lurker who's no longer a lurker watching from Calgary, Alberta. Dude, it takes me about 55 minutes to roll into downtown Calgary where I used to be. where I used to have a job. So yeah, this is my new job. Andy Ng. Obviously Mauritius. Is that where you're from, Andy? Andy, are you seriously from Mauritius? I'd love to know that. Colin, where was Demi Vollering on the stage and in the ranking? Ooh. Demi would have finished in that huge pack. Where she was exactly, I don't know that. Yeah, how did she finish there? Maybe she finished further back. I'm sure she's going to get the same time. I'm just scrolling through the names here, guys. Someone yell stop when you see, okay, Kasia Niodoma in 34th. Elise Chabe for FDJ in 35th. There's Puck Peters there in 37th for Phoenix DeKoinik. I met this rider last night in a video. Uno X Mobility, I saw her. Alarud. Demi Vollering finished 43rd overall. FDJ Suez, same time. Same time, guys. Ooh. Tomorrow starts the real race. Yeah, I would say so too. We start the climbing. Sportsman Philly, Sligo in Ireland, fan of EF Education, and obviously Gillespie. Well, dude, Laura Gillespie got 3rd place today. She's on the finishers podium today, so that's awesome. She gets 4 seconds time bonus. Really good job for her to sprint her way. She was so far over on the left. Really good situational awareness. She saw that gap. She knew she had to get on the fast wheels. She slid all the way across the road, 2-lane road, and just nudged her way in front of Dygert. Probably as Dygert was just failing at the end. Again, let's give a shout out to this rider here too, Eileen Jansen. I'm going to try to watch this again. Ooh, Lorena Wiebert's here. She was actually shoulder budging into Dygert. Dygert was doing the lead out on the sprint there. Lorena comes around her. Marianne Vos goes. Oh, the Volker Vessels rider has to come from behind Dygert and go right around her. Hey, this is a great job for this rider here. Really, really strong sprint at the finish there. Eileen Jansen here. I like finding out about these new cyclists. New to me cyclists. And Dreams got Puck for the win tomorrow. Kim 2nd. Okay. Looks like a really tough course tomorrow. And what time do we start tomorrow, guys? What time do we start? I just need to find out this for myself. I can tell my brain. Luckily, these races are starting earlier. Okay, so this is... take 8 hours off that. I think this is 20 after 5 in the morning for me. 20 after 5 in the morning. It looks like it's going to be a 4-hour plus stream. And that's perfect. I love it. Holly, great coverage of women's cycling. Got exciting at the end. See you tomorrow. Andy Ng is from Mauritius, but he resides in London. Okay, Andy, great to know. Andy, make sure you're back tomorrow. Everyone come on back. Jump into the stream. Let us know where you're from. Let us know what kind of bike riding you do. And I'm sure it's going to be total fireworks tomorrow. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to continue on with my day. I've got another stream in a few hours for my Zwift buddies. Eileen Jansen might be bigger team in 2 years. Okay, that's from Dream. Yeah, she had a real powerful move there. And Dream, I know you told me Volker Vessels is kind of more of a transitional team to the World Tour. Yeah, she's a hitter for sure. She came right around Dygert and went right past her. Obviously, it's not the same Dygert from the past, but it is what it is, right? Demi stayed safe today. Yeah, she was just in the pack staying safe. She's going to have to start thinking about working her way up, right? Maybe we can do this real quick. General ranking. Here we go. I'll do this last thing today, guys. After stage 4, Marianne Vos still in the lead. Yellow jersey. 12-second back is Lorena Vibes. Kim Lacourt in 3rd. Pauline Ferrand-Prévot in 4th. So I think she fell down 1 spot. Cash is in 5th. Demi's in the 6th spot. Only 25 seconds out of 1st. Anna Vanderbringen, let's take a look at this. 27 seconds back. Let's check the team standings. I always like looking at this too. FDJ Suez. And it's 59 seconds back to Liv Alula Jayco. Smaller team. Love seeing that. Okay, guys, everyone, have a great day. We'll see you all tomorrow. It's going to be a bit earlier tomorrow. I hope they have the coverage a little bit earlier. Even if they don't, I'll be here. Thank you so much for watching. And thumbs up to the channels.